Thank you, everybody. I'm just finishing putting up the announcements.
Hi, Pixel. Thank you for the subscription. Hi, Doom. Thank you for the biddies.
Biddies. Oh, hype train is close.
I assume Doom is throwing the biddies towards more suffering on Final Fantasy XIV.
Well, you're better at it either way, bitch.
Yeah, it's 4 of 5.
Alright, let me get my work in progress that I'm working on right now off of the screen. It's not safe for work, but it is patrons only right now, so...
It's sexy and you know it.
I have apparently bitten my tongue at some point today, so I'm a little slurry. Because the side of the right side of my tongue is a little swollen, so please be nice to me.
I didn't even notice it. She told me this is a fact, so okay. I didn't notice. I think she sounds pretty.
Yeah, you sound pretty.
You sound pretty.
I'm obviously on drugs.
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 Maybe you'll be throwing the ice cream.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe it's when I had that horrible coughing fit.
Yeah. You did try
almost
to
died at dinner, apparently.
She tried to breathe the chicken tender.
I'll breathe a chicken you. I guess it's past Pride Month. I should probably take down the flag, or at least make it tinier.
Make it
so
bigger.
It doesn't it just fills the whole ass screen.
Rainbow me.
I'll make it a little smaller so it doesn't take up as much screen. What's it like? Shift. There you go.
Yeah.
You don't get to hold it. You're not cool enough.
I'm cool. My wife thinks I'm cool.
I have Stray music playing because I just finished Stray. There you go. I got it during the sale because I've been putting off getting it. The cat game. Wasn't cat enough, honestly, in my opinion.
6 out of 10, not enough cat.
It's still pretty good. But I feel like the main character didn't necessarily need to be a cat.
Could have just been
like a little ass robot or something. Could have been like a virtual pet.
Maybe
now, Little Kitty Big City, you gotta be a cat. So I'm looking forward when that game comes out.
Maybe it was a robot cat. Who knows?
It could have been. Who knows? But like, I feel like being a cat didn't serve that much of a purpose, and most of them didn't act like you were a cat.
Not cat-like enough. Didn't cause havoc and meow at things.
Yeah!
Sharpen claws on couch.
I mean, the cat part was cute.
Hey.
But again, like, I played this after I played the demo for Little Kitty Big City, which was very obviously you had to be a cat. We're gonna do... Is it Mellow Marshmallow?
Mellow.
That's a lot of mellows.
Mellow.
Because I didn't get to theirs last month. Because we had a horrible storm. And they joined a little late.
Oh, Doom. I started doing the SpongeBob SquarePants DLC, and it's a lot of fun. I'm very happy with it. You should play it. It's fun.
I like the cell shading.
I do too. I like that they made the invisible boat, and when you start cleaning the boat, you stop seeing the boat.
Are you allowed to talk about that one thing you got?
No.
No, okay, then I won't talk about it.
Can't talk about it yet. Still in closed beta.
Okay.
After the closed beta ends, I'm going to talk a lot.
She looks kind of wall-eyed.
One of my people.
That's true.
Yeah, no, after the closed beta, I'm going to talk so much about it. I have thoughts. It's good. Good thoughts. Good. Want out meow. Can't talk about it right now. Unfortunate. Wish to talk much. But yeah, the DLC for SpongeBob, super fun. Great art. They really did a lot of extra work. Little weird that they didn't put music in for it.
Yeah.
But fair enough. Maybe it's like
I was expecting like the background like...
Right.
Like that one.
Yeah, no. Just no music is kind of a bummer. But gameplay, very fun. Very neat. The wife yawns.
I host Sleepy.
It was a lot of fun. And yeah, right now I am working on the mermaid lair and cleaning that up. But that was going to be a long one, so that's where I ended the stream.
Lately, everyone's been like changing around and putting so much like details into their requests, and I'm like, okay, but it's not gonna look good.
I mean, it looks
It's a request. It don't look good.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it, but it don't look good. It's not gonna turn out good. I'm drawing it in like 10 minutes.
It looks good for what they want. Like, especially because some of them are like shitposts and stuff like that.
Yeah, the shitposts are great, because I can draw a shitpost in so minutes.
It looks as good as they want it to be. Especially as a lot of them are using it for, like, you know, PFPs or in Discords and things like that. It's as good as they want it to be. I'm howling at the moon. Hey, enjoy it, and they're having fun. They get to see their favorite artists do art stuffs.
I'm getting caught up on uploading the videos to YouTube of all these streams. 2 of them have been flagged for copyright shit.
Oh, no.
I have no idea what, and I'm not gonna care enough to go back and look.
You just have to go ahead and mute or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
it's free art, who cares?
I had to mute one of the freaking. I had to mute like a minute of one of the Final Fantasy 14 streams because it was like Final Fantasy 14 song found on the final. And like,
Yeah,
playing the Final Fantasy 14 game. No shit, Sherlock. And it wasn't even like an actual proper flag. It was just like, we found copyrighted stuff on here. And it's like, yes, because I was playing the game. Do I have to do anything? No, but you should mute it here.
that's probably what was on mine was like Persona music, but Persona music plays the whole time you play Persona.
Yeah.
So,
So it's a little jank.
that's why I usually pick out video game music.
Yeah, I think I'll have to start playing like random music or something for when I'm playing Final Fantasy 14.
That's so dumb. You should be able to stream the music in-game.
Yeah.
It's in-game music.
It's not like
You're on a game streaming website.
yeah, I'm playing the game. Like, this is just what I was streaming. It's fine. And it's like, well, it's like, you can hear it when you play the game. Why does that matter? Bullshit is what it is.
Hey, the music in that game that we know you're streaming that game because you have it as like the side. It's bad. You can't just have people listening to that music, but it's music in the game. Yeah, but if they listen to music, they won't want to listen to the music in the game.
They won't want to buy the music CD that we don't sell.
I know, right?
Or buy the music off of a streaming thing that we don't market. Like, it's so nonsense. It's especially heinous when it's like video game music in the video.
Yeah, I specifically look for video game music because I figure no one will care. Because if you're fucking streaming a video game, it's gonna have that music.
Yeah.
But apparently not, I guess.
It's become more of a thing recently that like video games just get freaking DMCA bombed. And it's like, but I'm playing your game. This is the experience of playing the game. What do you mean I can't? Like, do you want us to just go back to being silent? Is that it? Don't like the talkies? You want to go back to the black and white video games?
You know who doesn't do that? Toby.
Oh, man. She's so dumb. So dumb.
I mean, God forbid you want to play like a rhythm game.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. Good time zone appropriate greeting to you, Kokoro.
I can't imagine like when that first hit, like anyone who streamed like Beat Saber or any rhythm game on Twitch just was shit out of luck forever.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure a lot of the Beat Saber streamers or something like that would probably just get DMCA'd off their channel. Hi, Fazzy.
Hello.
Welcome to our stream.
We have line work.
Yeah, it's not a video game today. It's art day. We still got fun games. Doom was the first one in, as Doom often is.
Doom usually stops in, throws money at us, and leaves like we're a whore.
Hello, peasants. Beans us with $1 and
He's
leaves.
just like, hello, whore. Throws $5 at us and leaves.
Hi, Doom.
That's how he. I mean, I am, an art whore. I'm cool with it.
Doom's like, ah, yes, I support the underlings here in my country. Beans with $1 and leaves.
He sees the content, throws $1 and leaves like we're a cheap whore.
That's how it works in Latveria, right?
Yeah.
He's a patron of the arts.
It's me, I'm the arts.
And you're just pole dancing around the tablet pen, people are throwing dollars at you. That would be kind of cute, just you doing a little spin around the
I did
tablet.
draw that once. I drew, when I reached like 30, patrons for first time. I drew me basically hanging upside down on a pole with, my tablet.
Doom, if you've gotten the SpongeBob, you should play it. It's good fun. You'll like it a lot.
Hey!
Well, I'll add another hour to the timer.
Hey, he says specifically at me.
Yeah.
See, Coco thinks I'm a slightly more worthwhile whore.
I don't know, they seem to enjoy making me suffer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on the mermaid layer, Doom. I don't know if that's the last or not, but that's where I'm at.
Oh my god, this reminds me. There's a new song on my, Sentai Miku game. See?
Oh.
That is just so horrible. I can't fucking listen to it while I play it.
Hey.
It's fucking horrible. I think it's called like Underwater. And it's a Hatsune Miku song, and it sounds terrible. It sounds like just a bunch of noise. And she sings like slightly at the beginning and then just shuts up, and then it's like experimental like industrial noises. And I'm like, what the fuck? There's huge chunks of silence in the song. It's horrible.
It's just like
This is on a rhythm game.
anti-core music.
I know, right?
Yeah, it might be. Seems
It
like...
started up at the beginning.
Well, it said hype train is closed, so yes, we are almost to a hype train.
It's Thomas the Hype Engine.
That's a pretty good one, wife. I like that.
You did the coelacanth one last time, so. I can't deal with this right now.
I made a fish joke and she laughed. I was very proud of it.
I like fish jokes.
I am a fish joke.
When I was younger, I wanted to be a marine biologist.
Marine biologist. There's an octopus.
Like back when you're a kid and you think you can be whatever the fuck you want to be.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be an artist, actually. I always knew I would draw, but I never, like, considered the fact that you could do that as a living. I thought artists just starved. Legit! I never thought I could make enough money off of it to live, and here I am, I guess.
I mean, fair assumption.
Yeah. Even when I, like, thought I would go into art, I thought I'd be, like, in graphic design or some shit.
I mean, you could.
No, I fucking suck at graphic design.
That's a whole different endeavor.
Graphic design is not the same thing as, like, illustrative art, which is more what I do.
Graphic design
Or
is like
comic
passion.
art. Like, I do not draw hyper-realistic stuff. I would also be bad at that.
Hey. Start with a stack of pancakes and continue to work until you make it into a new style.
It's like, science. You can be good at the one science you're good at.
Mm.
A biologist is not a physicist. You can't go to a biologist and ask them about the Big Bang. Like, that's not what they study.
Well, I mean, they'll tell you about a Big Bang, but it's not what you were expecting.
The Cambrian explosion.
Oops, all meteor. Yes, Kokoro, we do appreciate all the weirdos.
Yes.
Y'all come out the woodwork and it's
We're
very nice to
weirdos.
see. It's literally a weirdo saying, "Hi, weirdo." We're like, "Hi, weirdo."
Have you seen my fucking startup image?
We wave our hat at each other like, "Same weirdo, same weirdo." It's what we do.
My start thing. Oh, that's my old one. I do like that one though.
Yeah.
There we go. Start new. It's like summoning demons with a fucking Windows 98.
Yeah.
I'm the weird one here. I'll fight y'all. I'm weirder.
Like I said, it's just that one meme just waving the hat at each other like, "Same weirdo, same weirdo." And then we sit down and talk about random stuff like science and things.
I
Art
swear I did
news.
my warm-ups today, but they're just.
Bring over.
I'm having a hard time with this.
for me.
Paul's playing Potato.
I am. Potato is my brain off game.
Mine is Genshin Impact.
Well, that's because you treat it with like Breath of the Wild, but you don't have to try and merge stuff.
Breath of the Wild, but it actually had content over the last 5 years. Ah.
Oh man, I saw. So today I found out that they're actually making a Borderlands 4, to which I responded, "Why?"
The last one didn't do
Borderlands
good
4?
though.
Yeah,
Did the Tiny Tina do good though?
No,
Come to
it
think
did
of
terrible.
Oh, never mind.
Like the game itself did okay, but then like the DLCs that they released were just freaking garbage at full price, and like really got a lot of community hate for it because of it.
They put out on Epic like the original Tiny Tina DLC,
Yeah.
which confused me why they were making a new one. I guess it was like a new.
It was a standalone game. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a full thing as opposed to.
I was wondering if it was its own thing or if it was just a higher def remake of the original one.
Nope, it was its own.
But even then, like, when I had it fully free, I am just not a looter shooter person, and I was like, this gameplay loop is really boring.
Yeah.
Like, the writing was not making up for it. I was so bored.
Yeah, and 3 was he who he. This is what you idiots watch, right? Streamers and YouTubers, and they're like heinous assholes. That's what you guys like, right? And, you know, most normal people were like, yeah, but nobody likes the heinous assholes. And it went down from there.
Honestly, like, the comedy in the thing anyway was so, like, early 2000s, and I was just like, I guess we thought this was funny once.
Yeah, and that's because the same guy still thinks it's funny now.
Yeah.
Remember losing porn and government document, or not government, but corporate documents in the freaking thumb drive? Yeah, same douchebag. Still there.
Huh.
Yeah, amazing how that works.
As you do.
I just wanted to watch her do a magic trick. That's why I had the porn on the thumb drive full of company documents that I left somewhere.
Why do people have physical copies of their porn?
Because he's a jackass. There's no change.
What year is it? Why do you need physical copies of your porn? All porn is on the internet.
Yeah.
This is like that one guy who had like 500 pounds of porn?
Yeah, that was
like
weird.
It was 500 pounds of child porn. Physical boxes of this shit.
Yep.
And I was just like, why do you have physical copies of anything?
It's like pounds. That's a weird unit of measurement for this. What?
Yeah, when you first
pounds?
hear it, you're like, pounds?
Yeah. It's like,
Nah, see, he was smart. It's like, haha, if it's on the internet, they can track me.
So I'll just have it
I'll just have physical evidence on my person in my house.
shipping containers worth.
I've totally tricked the FBI.
They won't look at physical stuff.
People who have illegal things don't totally get arrested for other illegal things.
God. Oh, you know.
And then get their houses searched.
So, you know about the movie that the guy shot someone in when they were filming, right?
Yeah.
And how like the person that was supposed to be handling the weapons and stuff like that was, you know, a monumental moron. Well, turns out they might have also been dealing in cocaine.
Of course.
Because apparently there is now a new thing again, like a proper lawsuit against them for like hiding evidence kind of thing. Because apparently after they got interviewed for by the cops for the shooting incident, they were seen removing cocaine from their person and hiding it somewhere else. Like the day of the shooting. And then like that would have been, you know, evidence about the person's character and would have substantially affected the rulings and judgment against them. And yes.
I can guarantee you if someone's done one crime, they're probably doing more crimes. Like, I don't think like if you're doing like a major crime, you started with that crime.
Well,
that's not how crime works.
Their major crime was being stupid, lazy, and derelicting literally everything they were there to do.
Yes.
And, like, even their presence there was basically pointless because, you know, what is considered the best gunplay in existence, the movie with Keanu Reeves, like, all of those movies, they don't have real bullets. They don't have guns. The guns don't shoot because you don't need that. And so the idea that you have this kind of crap around is just asking for incidents, which is what happened. There was no reason to even have that kind of stuff there. They didn't even need blanks. And it's just... It cost somebody their life, and their husband magically got their name at a much higher position in the credits. And suddenly that charge was dropped. Yeah, so it just came out scuzzy all around.
I'm sure, like, a ton of people in fucking movies do coke.
Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising. It is California. There are a lot of old art people in California, and people very set in their ways.
I do cocaine.
There was a thing talking about, like, part of why so many movies now are like, oh, we gotta do the diegetic lighting and only natural lighting and pretty burr. And then, like, a big proponent of that. Hi, Minty!
Hi, Minty!
Alright, a big cause of that is because if you had proper lighting, like you would expect in a movie where you want to see things, you have to hire light people. And almost all the light people are union.
Yeah. It always comes back to unions.
Yeah. Paying people for the job they do and then having to list their name in the credits, like, you know, they did work on the thing. It's just something that these people don't like.
That's the thing, though, like, Jane and John Everyman don't really care if a movie has really good lighting or not.
Well, they do when they can't see shit. Like, remember whatever was on the screen while we were there on the Burger King? We couldn't even tell what movie it was, because it was just darkness. Oh no, Minty has the mark of the beast. Ah, we know. We don't care, Minty.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, the turbo thing? That's where you pay to not have ads.
Oh.
But it doesn't always...
I mean, if she wants to, yeah, ads are annoying.
Yeah, it doesn't always work.
No, I don't judge people like that. Some people just need to get their shit, like, just talk.
Nah, it doesn't matter. Like, if you pay for it, cool.
Oh, good. My sister got the keychain I sent her.
Oh, good.
There was this cute keychain I found that looked like her cat, and it said "hang in there," and it was like a little clip-on, and it was the cat hanging off of a thing.
What?
And so I was like, I'm gonna send this to my sister because she's been having a tough time lately with all the crap we've been going through.
That's cute. I'm glad she liked it.
Ah!
Oh yeah, thinking of, I'm going to say this in vague terms because non-disclosure. Hey Minty, have you gotten a thing recently from Twitch to, like, look at some stuff and answer some questions? Minty may have. Do might, but Minty definitely.
Minty is best plant.
I think Minty has been around on Twitch long enough that might have.
Minty's my favorite plant.
Hey, Mint is invasive.
I won't eat a blizzard at Dairy Queen unless they have a blizzard with either mint in it, or peppermint, or the s'mores blizzard.
Yeah. She had the s'mores one earlier.
Yeah, I like s'mores.
I cannot.
I don't think I got a thrown one.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a thrown one or anything. I cannot Minty because, you know, non-disclosure and all that. But I was wondering if you had gotten one from them recently.
I do have the Evangelion Mecha Godzilla model kit up on our throne. It's incredibly stupid, but if someone ever, like, has the fucking, like, looks at me and thinks, God, she's pathetic, and gets it for me one day, I can't not put it up there. Somewhere, someone will see how pathetic I am and be like, yeah, she needs that stupid model kit.
Put the Disney one up there now.
No, it's ugly!
So there's a...
No, someone will buy it for me and I'll hate it.
We will make...
No, I'll talk about this. Because I actually saw it again recently today.
Yeah.
There is a Disney Voltron. I don't think it's actually Melle-d. I think it's just Transformers.
It's Transformers. It's the 100-year anniversary Sentai Transformer thing.
The thing is, though, they're all done in this really, like, nasty pastel
It's
soft
garish.
chrome.
It's super garish.
It's like not totally chrome because it's not fully reflective. I bit my tongue earlier apparently, and I'm having trouble talking. And along with this like soft pastel stuff, and it looks just ugly as sin. You can only figure out like what things are if you look close enough. Ugh. It looks like they're painted in nail polish. It's ugly. I don't want it. I don't even want it as a joke. And it's $300.
There it is.
Oh, it's so ugly. Oh, it's actually a different one than I was thinking.
Oh no, that's just all the pieces together.
No, that's a different one. Oh wait, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
No, it's not. I know.
Take a screenshot of the main thing and like put it. Yeah.
I gotcha. So here y'all go.
Actually, I guess you could just send a link. Yeah.
It's
so ugly.
There's the link to this mextrosity with like me paint schemes. Like these things are hated.
It's so ugly.
And it's for the Disney 100-year anniversary. And
Stop being ugly.
But Minty, within like the past it was like a week? It's been like a week, I think, since I got it. And it's pretty recent.
How to get more gifts? I only put thrown up. I don't put anything essential. I just put up if people want to buy me shit.
Yeah.
I did put up printer cartridges, stuff that's actually useful, but people just buy me stupid crap.
Buy you candy.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the we ordered takoyaki balls, which are like little crunchy
Takoyaki ball
chips.
corn chips.
Yeah,
we got them. I got a deal for like 6 for $18.
Yeah, they're dirt cheap and delicious. They curl.
Usually you gotta do 30 for 3. So it's like half the price, twice the amount. It's great. Yeah. We got them in a big old box. We finished one.
Yeah.
I finished one.
No, I ate a lot when you were napping.
Rude. Those are mine.
They're mine too.
No, they're not.
You got 6 bags.
You can have the 7th one.
Bites you. Rude. But yeah, it was a thing, and I wanted to know if I could grump with you about it, but yeah, if you haven't gotten it, then I can't, and that's fine. I'm just salty.
You're under a lot of NDAs right now.
Well, we're getting things, and it's neat. And
Ain't you fancy?
I obey the NDAs because I want to get more stuff.
I've never had one.
Yeah.
As far as I know. I might have been not known. I don't read fine print.
I have experience with NDAs because of government work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Paul, is the moon landing real?
No, it was filmed on set.
The set was on the moon.
The set was on the moon.
Okay, Paul once, for like 2 weeks once, had a little thing where he went to Texas to work with NASA on like testing some drone stuff. And I was currently working at a Coast Guard exchange. And I told one of the girls there, it's like, yeah, my husband's like working on a little thing with NASA for drones. She's like, they're working with NASA? I was like, yeah, but it's just on like drones. It's not like he's a fucking astronaut or anything like that. I was still very proud of him and he did a great job. But she was like, can he ask if like the moon landing was real? I was like, no!
I mean, I could, but I wouldn't get an answer. Like I said.
I told you, he's just working with drones. They're testing drones.
Drones on the moon.
Like war drones? No, like the kind you buy in the store.
Well, I mean, if you had $40,000 to
yes,
spend, I guess
people
you
do though. People do have $40,000 to spend on drones.
God, that was the one that had.
People have all that money to spend on diving to the bottom of the ocean and dying. So yeah, they got money for drones.
That one was the one that had just a ludicrously expensive. Like the drone itself was like 10 grand, and then had like a 30 grand lidar array on it, which is like a sensor array for mapping terrain and stuff like that. Because they were going to use it for like mapping out the terrain for making roads and stuff. Yeah, and like that thing was dummy expensive with just stupid costly stuff on it, and they hadn't even like tested to make sure it would fly first.
That's the government.
One government, that was a private company.
That's a private company.
On contract to a city.
That sounds right. Can't trust no bitches.
It's like, you know who's actually put in work to see if their shit would work before they showed up here? The police and the fire department. Because they had to pay for their own toys and then bring them there. They weren't toys, they were nice drones, but they were like, yeah, you know, we want to use this for, like, assisting us to be able to spot stuff in case there's a fire. We want to check the windows and see if we can, like, see people in them and blah, blah, blah. So we want to make sure we can fly these around buildings and stuff. We're like, oh, yeah, cool, we'll throw that in with the testing. And, the cops were like, yeah, we want to be able to fly this thing because we need to be able to, like, do, FLIR, photography and stuff like that, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, in case we have emergency situations where we need to be able to get something to them to communicate with people while not endangering our officers. Which happened during the course of one of our testing, so that was a thing. We were actually in the wild flying stuff, and then we got the everybody get your shit and get call, which was like an emergency call that we didn't expect to have happen. Wow, that was quick. But so we got like the emergency grab your shit and
quick.
get.
It took forever. It took 30 minutes. I should have got a drink before I sat down.
You want me to get you a
little bit of drink.
Okay, but so during the course of what we were doing, a man attempted to commit suicide on a nearby bridge. And so we got the emergency call of drop everything and bail. And
hit him with the drone!
Well, the cops actually, since they were literally right there with their drone in full setup, flew the drone up to the guy and talked him down.
Ah, that's nice. Paul, you might have saved a man's life.
We happened to be at the exact right place at the weirdly exact right time. That
guy might have jumped if you hadn't been there with your drone.
So it was literally just like, huh, well, that's cool. We don't ever want to do that again. Please.
Alright, one down.
It was so bizarre, too, being around, like, a bunch of tech people and, like, all these, you know, science nerds and stuff, and then having, like, normal people like, hey, so what you blocking off the roads for? And it's like, flying stuff. And, like, this one restaurant owner on the pier was, like, wanting to throw hands with security, and everyone was like, what? You were told just to not have anybody out on the porch for 20 minutes because we're flying stuff that may fall on them. What is your problem? And he was like going ape shit and had to actually send the cops over to talk with the guy. It's like, dude, what is wrong with you? It's like 20 minutes, chill. It was a weird experience all around. Neat time.
Sorry, I'm just gathering ones for the next one. And then I press buttons and I went all game, baby.
You are my 8-bit baby.
I ain't 8-bit, I'm full bit.
Oh, you 64? Because you like them polygons?
That was the only thing that could have made No Delivery better, was if it was in PlayStation 1 style. I've been playing that recently, I just got my first ending. It's such a good little RPG maker game.
Oh, you know that one Miku song, that Shadow, Shadow.
No.
Okay. Well, there's a Miku song called Shadow, Shadow. And I heard a thing, there was like a little kid going by with a tablet, because of course. And they were listening to something, and it sounded like Shadow, Shadow, but it was being done with Banjo-Kazooie sound effects.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I don't know what it was. All I know is it sounded like Shadow, but done with Banjo-Kazooie sound effects. And I'm like, what are you letting your child watch? That is an entirely esoteric pile of something going on there.
I mean, Miku is somewhat popular. Like, she's a little more known than when I was younger.
True. Still pretty funny.
This picture is so small. I can't tell all the details. It's hard.
Zoom. Enhance. Enhance? Oh, in France.
No.
I hope all of the French people are safe right now, because I know that stuff is going weird over there. What with the not wanting the police to turn American, then they're having protests over there. So I hope everyone in Europe is safe. Aw, it's okay.
Did they send it to you that small? Was this a commission?
Oh wow.
If so, like, I would complain.
Yeah, that's mighty small. Did they send it to you to have just for like?
It's kind of hard to see the details and stuff.
Like, was it that small for an icon or like a PFP or something? I'm still getting used to saying PFP instead of profile pic.
PCP.
The red one right there. The reference.
Mm-hmm. It's very small. And I make it bigger and it gets all distorted.
It's not minty size.
Yeah, not you, Minty. You don't do it as big anymore. Here, I think I pasted it recently. Like, that's how big it is.
Whoa. Holy cow. Yeah, that definitely looks like it's just like a Discord image or something. Like an icon. Dang.
I mean, I can work with stuff. It's just harder to see the details on the character. That's why I didn't know, like, for the commission that she had bags under her eyes and stuff like that.
Original reference was from an old DeviantArt.
Oh.
That might explain why it was so small then, yeah. A lot of DeviantArt stuff was tiny.
I no longer have a DeviantArt, so y'all can't see my sins.
Ancient sins. Ancient sins.
Nope, it's gone. Can't see it. Sorry.
Someone pull up the Wayback Machine.
Nope.
She doesn't know how to send them a request to take her down off the Wayback Machine. Go!
One thing that's good to do if you're making a character, especially if you want like people to do it for commissions later to make like a better picture, go to like one of those like pic crew things. Usually one like themed to like the thing you're working on. And you can just like put together a simple character and then just like MS Paint any other details you want on it. I personally like using like those old Gaia Online character creator things where they have like everything on Gaia. Because Gaia was just a big old whore and had every fucking thing you could ever possibly have on a character.
Smorgasbord of effects and things.
But people know about Picker, so... I used to use that to design characters. Back when I made OCs. I don't know more.
But yeah, like that kind of thing, and like taking notes of things that are particularly important for the character design. Anything like that you can have in one thing to hand to an artist when it's a new commission for them. I've
had plenty of people who just like did picker pictures. Hero Forge is good for like the whole body.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing like a face, especially if you want it in like a specific style, like an anime or like an American cartoon style, a lot of pick crews are like that. Homestuck.
Homestuck.
Cause like, I'm a cutesy Cyclops. I couldn't really make my avatar on Hero Forge because the Cyclopses look all blah 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 blah. So if you're going like for full body, I would definitely say Hero Forge because I've done that too. But if you're going for like more of an aesthetic or a specific face, I would definitely prefer like I would say Picrew. And if you're just looking for like weeby ass costume designs, because like not everyone's into like fantasy stuff or sci-fi stuff, which is mostly what Hero Forge has. And you just want some more like casual clothes and stuff like that, I'd probably go for Picrew or the Gaia line, or even just like I've had people put together stuff from like fashion magazines and stuff. It's like, here is some outfits on websites that I want my character to wear. There's a lot of ways to go through and like pick things out.
Oh, thinking of fashion stuff. Zell heard Gaia and showed up.
It's still up.
It is, yeah.
I had one forever ago. I mean, I guess it's still there, but
I think
I'm probably still Melle-d Shadow Lover.
I was there when they first introduced the evolving items. Like, I'm that old. There was, oh yeah, so thinking of artists and like artsy-fartsy stuff specifically, you'll like this. There's a high art group. Oh my god. There's a high art group that their like thing that they like to do is make fun of other artsy fartsy things. And
that's half of high art these days, though.
Yeah, well, they're partially funded by.
See, I feel like Dress Up Nikki's a little too like girly. If you're making a VTuber, though, that would be perfect because they're already way over designed.
But
Kid Crew tends to be simpler, and then people can add on from there.
There's a guy named Pharrell. He's a musician.
And that happy guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is...
A woman died while tweeting about that song in her car.
So he is the male spokesmodel for Louis Vuitton. But also he does fund other things. And one of the things that he funds is a snark-ass art group. And this snark-ass art group made a 3D printed, Louis Vuitton handbag.
Oh yeah, that really tiny one.
The size of a grain of salt.
Yeah.
And if you look, it actually has the Louis Vuitton logos on it, even though it's not an official Louis Vuitton bag. But they were like, hee, now we have made it exactly as high fashion demands. Utterly useless. Now you can't even carry it. You can just put it in your pocket.
I saw a picture where Plankton had it.
Yeah, because like the picture I saw when they were describing how it made, because it was made with laser resin and stuff.
It just barely has the design on it, because I've seen the pictures. It just barely has the Louis Vuitton pattern.
Oh, have you seen it fully blown up?
Yeah.
When it's fully blown up, it actually has the laser etched Louis Vuitton.
It does, and it just barely
very...
has their usual bag pattern on it. It's so small, even at that size, you can barely fit it on there.
Like, to give
because it's like really small pixel art, you can only do so much like variation.
To give y'all an idea, it looks like the size of a period in chat.
You have to look at it with a microscope.
Yeah, it was actually sold with a microscope to look at for $65,000.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I wouldn't even call that necessarily like snarky high art, because these days I doubt you can really do any high art without a certain level of fucking like skepticism and irony. You know, it was a big high art piece fairly recently.
What?
They set up a ATM in the place, and basically it would tell people how much people have in their savings or checking, I forget what, and it made it a scoreboard. Oh, so it was a flex TM. Yeah. And that was part of the art piece. To see how many chodes would show up and flex. Yeah, and they did. And it's supposed to be ironic. It's like look at how, capitalism is, but like all the rich people came over to show how much fucking money they got. All the rich people were like, I won. And then some richer douchebag would show up and be like, I win. But yeah, most high art these days is very ironic to begin with. Eye-rollingly snark. I mean, you can't not, like... Yeah. And especially because so much of it is made to be money laundering, so, like, why would you not? Yeah. On an old WoW server, there was a mage named Louis Vuitton, and he sold his bags with a 50% markup. Get it. That's good. I mean, there was the one, what was it, Banksy? The one where, like, he sold the thing, and as soon as you got it, it shredded itself. Yeah, which was part of the art piece. Yeah, that was hilarious. People were like, ha, he spent money and he got shredded. Like, no, he spent money to get it shredded. That's part of the art piece. Yep. Like, you were talking about that banana that was on the wall and someone just came up and eat it? Yeah. That's now part of the art piece. Right. You don't cancel the art piece, because these days, especially with high art, half of it's just fucking performative anyway. And so, like... So it's all just part of the piece. That became its own, like, little art circle jerk, because the first guy did legitimately just, like, eat the banana because he was hungry, he saw a banana and he ate it. Yeah. Which is now part of the art piece. A second guy came and went, I'm going to eat the banana snoot. Of course he thought it was better, because it's part of the piece itself. Like, the second guy, like, was just being a chode and like, see, I'll eat the banana and show everybody. And we were like, yeah, they replace it every couple of days, so it's a fresh banana in case assholes like you come and eat it. The 420... Shoes have gotten to be such a big thing lately. Yeah.
I did see, you know, that Louis Vuitton bag. That same group is the one that made the blood shoes with the.
I did like the
guys.
blood shoes. Those look fucking baller, and I kind of wanted a pair if they were like. I wanted like a cheap knockoff.
Yeah, that was them.
I don't need the blood. I want Satan shoes.
Yeah, they were the ones that did the Satan thing.
I should be allowed to have Satan shoes.
So like they've done a few snark ass things before, and it was I agree, it was a nice design.
Yeah, it was a cool design. I was excited. I was like, oh, that's a cool design. I wonder if they'll sell it. It's like, no, it's just an art piece. It's like, but I would buy those shoes. Not like for any amount of money, but like I would buy a knockoff.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
For like around 100 or so.
They're one of the things that caught my attention in that stupid Flash movie, like the marketing for it. Was in a scene they show Batman on a motorcycle. That motorcycle is a stupidly expensive, extremely rare prototype motorcycle called a Dodge Tomahawk. And so that means that they at some point either bought or borrowed somebody's $200,000 motorcycle for a throwaway movie for a cameo.
They probably either leased it, because you know that it's just like with the art, like they leased it out and stuff like that. And that person who leased it out probably got a huge like tax write-off for it.
So it's freaking goofy. They spent boatloads of money for
He probably volunteered it. He was probably like, I'm gonna donate my motorcycle to the arts, quote unquote.
Yeah, well, unfortunately with that kind of motorcycle, nobody would donate that motorcycle.
Well, like lease it out and stuff, like how you lease out paintings to museums.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do that kind of stuff.
I'm not surprised that Keanu has his own motorcycle, because like Keanu has a lot of nice things that he gets for himself. I am not surprised. Robin crashed the Batmobile. Surprise.
Batmobile broke a wheel. My brand! If it's something he likes, it's what he likes. I always said, like, if I had a shit ton of money, like, fuck off, shut up and fuck off money, I would just make myself a little nice nest egg in just savings, and then the rest I would just use to fund some kind of art studio, like the guy who did Leica.
Yeah.
I wouldn't make any money back, but people would be able to make art, and that would make me happy. Yeah, that's like, all I want.
The Keanu, like, some of the stuff he's done for the John Wick movies has been absolutely hilarious, and like, people have legitimately been like, wow, you're so cool. Here's this incredibly expensive firearm.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, when you're rich, you don't pay for a lot of crap. People just give you crap.
He does most of his own stunts. He is actually a highly accomplished three-gun competitor, and he does three-gun competitions and stuff like that. He is ludicrously good at the stuff that he does in John Wick, because he found out he liked it. And so he has a lot of money and time, and he goes ham on it.
It's like the Facebook guy. Like, when you have a lot of money, you can pay the like highest end people to teach you how to do shit, so you can do shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's like a super, high up. Was it MMA fighter or was it kickboxing?
Zuckerberg? Yeah, it's like MMA and jiu-jitsu, that kind of stuff. Like
I really wanted to see him rock'em sock'em that robot. Yeah, let's go, robot! Rock'em sock'em robots!
I wanted to see him.
I wanted to see that robot rock'em sock'em. I was so mad. It's like, no, I want to see the rich people fight.
No, Musk went to his mom so he wouldn't have to fight Elon Musk. Boo. What a baby, man.
And his mom was like, okay, whoever tells the funniest joke, like, neither are funny.
Neither are funny.
I hate to tell you this, Elon Musk's mom, with your, like, blood mines. Your son's not funny.
What? You're saying Zuckerberg, who hasn't had his emotion chip installed, is bad at jokes?
Yes. But he's also he's a good fighter, so like, go, beat him up. Let's go. It's funny. I like it.
I, Elon Musk, am highly trained in no rules, bare hands fighting.
Yeah, he's like, I've been trained in, like, non-trainable street fighting.
Yeah, no rules street fighting. That's what it was.
I studied the blade.
The most divorced dad.
Oh my god, he's just an adult neckbeard that never, like, evolved beyond it. He's stuck in, like, that state of mind. Like, that's why he has, like, fake guns on his fucking nightstand.
Oh yeah, that's my cool gun next to my caffeine-free, sugar-free sodas.
Look, I have an addiction too, but, like, at least I get mine with caffeine.
Oh man. I mean, I made my wife laugh with a SpongeBob joke. I was proud of that.
It's a coelacanth. It's not a coelacanth. It's a coelacanth. Yeah. I like fish jokes.
You like fish jokes.
I will laugh at any fish joke. I just like fish jokes, especially if they're deep sea fish jokes or Cambrian explosion fish jokes. Let's go.
Blobfish. That's it.
That's not a fish joke.
Gay fish.
Oh, that ain't no fish joke.
Are you a gay fish wife?
See, I like that one. I like fish. I like fish. Fish are cute. I like them. I wanted to be a marine biologist.
What biologist? My wife in the Jotaro outfit. I just like fish.
Yes. Ha 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 ha. A whale isn't a fish.
It's a mammal. If you put kitty ears on it, it's an animal.
Though cephalopods and crustaceans are also not fish, so. I don't know why, but I got a Heavenly Delusion flashback with this picture.
Don't go breaking my heart. I might even fight ya. Heavenly Delusion was so good right up until the last second shoe drop, and then
there was
like,
some problematic shit beforehand, but it was not, hey, let's just work in a weird rape at the end of the season and when we have 2 episodes left.
We had a nickel for every time that happened.
It's happened at least 3 times for me. 3 fucking animes have ended, not begun. I've had it same amount with that. Ended with some kind of either threat of rape or actual rape happening for no damn reason, and didn't help the plot, and like it keeps happening.
Just completely out of tone.
One wasn't a slice of life romantic comedy.
Yep.
I forget what the 3rd one though was.
Well, because there was the rape timer and Sword Art Online.
Yeah, well, I didn't like Sword Art Online.
There was the romance science one?
Yeah, the science fell in love, so it tried to explain it. That one ended up with like, hey, this character's having some character development and deciding who she is. Why don't we help that by making the guy she's dating just an attempted rapist and horrible in every single fucking way, a sociopath, so that the main character can come and save her with a PowerPoint, and then she can also be in love with him, and the main female in this romance will be totally okay with it.
We led to it because anime right
Don't
now
you want a
has
harem? We've solved the main couple in this romance anime. Don't you want it to be a harem now? I'm still mad. Stretching hands.
But there's been a weird rise of it happening in anime and stuff lately that is just kind of jank.
Just why?
Because it'll be like completely out of place with the rest of the stuff, and then
like,
just
yeah,
smack you in the face, and it's like, wow, cool, I'm glad I got through the entirety of this show before getting to that, and now it's completely just totaled the show.
You know what's funny about that? The lead up to that was the girl was having some kind of weird panic about something. And it was related to her former teacher. And I was like, oh god. She's had a crush on her former teacher and he's totally tried to molest her, didn't he? We're gonna go the teacher molested. Oh crap. And that was just hanging over the entire second season for me. But then, no. It turns out she like judo flipped her teacher once by accident when he surprised her. And she's self-conscious about the fact that she totally judo flipped a dude, even though he forgave her. And I was like, oh, very funny. That is a great way to get rid of that big old stress thing. Next episode, she's being tied up and gonna get raped by this sociopath who, like, electrocuted a dude. Potentially to death.
It's like, wait, what? What?
I was so fucking confused and mad.
It's just like Sword Art. The first half, like, not bad. It was an interesting thing, nice premise, not bad.
All the problems were solved by Sword Art Online Abridged.
Mm-hmm. And then the second half is like, hey, cool, you know how, like, we had this nice, genuine build-up of them having a relationship, and they get married, and they...
Let's put a rape counter on her and have him save her while she can't fight back.
Yeah, just... Hey, guess what?
The strongest woman of the previous season is now in a coma and waiting to be raped.
You know your wife? In a set amount of time, I'm gonna do stuff to her, and you legally can't stop me. Ha ha ha! And that's the start of the second... Like, not even the second season.
That's the start of the second half of the first season.
The second half of the first
And whenever
season.
I mention, like, the rape counter in Sword Art Online, everyone's like, what rape counter? I was like, the plot of the second half of the season.
Because nobody got to it. Everybody stopped at they got out of the game, and they're like, yeah! And then the second half of the first season's like, haha, no. And I was like, what? And I'm like,
They were too distracted by the sister incest.
yeah, that was also weird.
But Sword Art Online Abridged took all that out and made it way funnier, and she's actively tormenting everyone she's stuck with and trying to escape the entire time and talking shit. And everyone's like, yeah, it's that guy who wants to marry my wife. The rapist? Yeah!
Which, yeah, good. What, like...
The fucking rapist?
And we're not talking about, like, Goblin Slayer, which leads off with
At the very least, Goblin Slayer did their shit in the first episode, and I was like, bye.
Yeah. Like, at least you could be like, oh, cool, yeah, I know exactly why I'm not going to be here for any of this.
It was the same with that other show that I don't even remember the name of, which was, like, a comedy about, like, the children of the people who saved the world. So they were, like, stupid OP children. And it was like, ha ha ha, comedy, superpowered children, the giant evil is trying to come back, but, like, they'll probably take it on, and then it goes to a nun being raped. Like, at the end of the episode. It's like, why? Stop it!
It's like this.
So I didn't watch any more of that anime.
Yeah.
That should really be a thing. So I stopped watching that anime. Like, now I don't even want to see the second half of Heavenly Delusion. The anime where an episode literally made me cry.
Like, it was such, like... It did have, you know, a dark and dour tone because
yeah,
it's
but
a
it wasn't like...
heckhole.
It wasn't like, I'm gonna hold you down and rape you while you look in the mirror and see me raping your sister because your brain is in your sister's body.
Yeah.
For no previously ordained reason. Like, didn't even say, like, hey, I used to fuck your sister. Now you're gonna take over that role. Nothing like that. Like, there wasn't even any lip service to it. He was just like, look in the mirror while I fuck you, because you're gonna see your sister getting fucked. And it's like, what the hell?
Like, yeah, that's exactly why I stopped watching Sword Art. But, like, yes, Baki, I'm excited for. Because you know what Baki does? None of that. Baki is excited to be there.
You never know anymore, though. I thought Heavenly Delusion was actually, like, doing great. God, they had the one horny 13-year-old, but she never actually got any dick. And she at least wanted the dick.
I hope not. But, like, Baki is there to be a fight show about fight people who are stupid and fighty. And, like, that's it. I'm here for that. I legitimately look forward.
I'm here
to
for
Baki.
the emotional moments. I don't like fight anime.
Baki has some emotional moments, but it also has a giant black man who is thoroughly in love with his tremendous wife to the point where he will carry the bed for the wife out to the fight arena so that she can watch the fight, where she will dunk on his ass the entire time for not winning quicker.
Me with you.
But, like, Baki is the place where a giant man will legitimately tell somebody, yeah, go ahead, shoot me with a shotgun. I dare you. And then stops it with his muscles.
Spy X Family had two of the greatest enemies in the whole series meet while one was disguised as the other, and he kicked him in the balls. And it didn't even slow him down.
Can you imagine getting kicked in the nuts by your...
Yeah! Like, that was really wholesome. I was like, oh crap, we're gonna have someone get seriously injured. No, he just kicks him in the balls and beats the shit out of him, but he keeps getting up. Motherfucker! Stay down!
Why are you so durable, remember?
I'm married to your wife! And I was like, I'm your wife's younger brother!
Like, oh.
Oh, yeah, my wife is pretty scary.
Kicks him in the nuts. Sorry about that.
No, he still got up after the kicks in the nuts.
Beats him down. Yeah, sorry about that. I've had worse. Gets back up.
Mind you, this is the anime where Yor kicked a stun gun into a dude's throat through his mouth. That was boss.
Or the guy that she kicked into the ceiling down the hall.
Oh, he's fine.
He's dead. It was a stone ceiling. All of them are dead. Or the man that she broke a melon on his face.
He's fine.
That dude yeeted down the alley. He is dead.
It's fine.
Shattered a bag of vegetables upon him.
It's fine.
The man is dead. He's an ex-man.
It's fine. Lloyd didn't even shoot a dog.
It's because he's a good person. I like the fact that also when she is drunk, which happens at like half a glass of wine on a Tuesday.
No, she drinks the whole bottle.
She got tipsy immediately.
Can you get me some drink?
I got you.
Thank you. I didn't want to get up while I was streaming.
She gets tipsy immediately. The cork comes out of the bottle and she's already slurring her speech.
No, she downs that shit.
I just like the, oh look, she's getting in on the act. Freaking cleaves his cheek open with a miss. Lloyd's first thought, I'm going to die.
You should always think I'm going to die when you fight your wife. No, you gotta fight. I can't get off unless the couple's trying to kill each other.
Do you want Diet Coke or Zero?
Zero, please. Thank you.
They love each other very much. That's why one of them has to die.
Can you really love a couple if they're not trying to kill each other? All my ships want to kill each other. All my ships are battleships.
Now, who would win in a battle of the super freaks? Yor or the lady that makes the gyoza in Dora Hidera?
She's a magician.
No, she's a beat people down person. Her magician thing is healing.
Well, Yor.
Because they're both super turbo freaks that wail on people for fun.
Yor.
What about no fighting and some talk? How about all fighting? Talk later.
Fighting is foreplay.
Murder is my love language.
Yes! He's already got 500 girls telling him how handsome he is. Be unique. Stab him.
What was that high school romance one that you hated? The one that ends with him just getting stabbed after being a cheated.
Oh, School Days! Dude, him getting stabbed is the only good part of that anime, and it is so fucking, like, cathartic, but it is just not worth it.
Getting to that point is not worth it.
Cause it's not, there's no point to it unless you go through the whole thing, and I think that's what kept me going.
You just wanted to see him get his comeuppance?
Oh god, I want to see him stabbed so bad.
Fair.
Kids today don't know about School Days, man.
Like...
They don't know about the Endless 8. Ugh.
Like, for me, I watched that Higurashi Cry anime.
Yeah, that got a new release.
I watched that in the wild, bootlegged of course, and I got to the point where the one chick puts the knife to the wall and headbutts it till she stops moving.
I thought that was funny.
And then the next episode, they're all just fine. Everything's fine and everyone's around, and I'm like, no, I don't accept this, and that's when I stopped watching the anime, because it went ape shit, and then the next day it's just like a Tuesday. It's just like, no.
Well, it's supposed to be like a circle.
It's a time loop, yeah. And I was just like, no, you don't get to go that high and then just be like, then we went for coffee. It's like unacceptable, illegal.
I didn't even really find it all that dark and stuff. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, it was just like...
Horror anime is difficult.
Yeah, it is. You know, and some stuff, like, you think would make a good anime won't, or, like, some stuff is really hard to capture the visuals of it in a way that would, like...
Honestly, the only one who has done a really good job of it, I feel, is Yamishibai, and it's really, like, only 1 in 3 is, like, really good horror, but they're all, like, 5 minutes short, so it's fine. The first season's really good, but it gets worse as it goes along, and I stopped watching after season 3.
Do you think Mushishi is horror, since it's kind of like yokai?
Debatable.
I really kind of felt like that was more fantasy than yokai, like fantasy than horror.
Yokai is kind of on that line.
But like,
is Inspector horror, like...
But like, man, I really liked Mushishi, so...
Yeah, Mushishi is great. I love it.
If y'all haven't ever watched that and you want to watch something that's just, like, legitimately gorgeous for the sake of being neat and having really cool, like... sort of kind of ghost stories. They're yokai, so it's kind of like otherworldly creatures. And like,
it's weird that they don't just call them yokai.
Well, because they're not like the traditional Japanese yokai. Some of them were like the snail that gets into your ear and makes you hallucinate and stuff like that. So they were kind of like their own little creatures, or like the ink that escapes from the books.
I like the ink.
That was super cool, and it was like, oh yeah, now you're just making these weird cursed books because your inkwell is actually cursed. Sorry about that. It's not the books at all. Like, that was cool. Like, Mushishi is just legitimately beautiful and so fun. Highly recommend.
It's one of those really, like, slow, relaxing, refreshing animes. But, like, hauntingly. Not like Yuru Camp, where it's a little more silly.
Yeah.
We don't see those as much anymore.
No, because it's not necessarily gonna, like...
It won't sell figures.
Yeah, what figure would you sell a Mushishi? The guy? Maybe?
I think he has an android.
The backpack?
There are chicks who simp for him.
I bet.
Don't look at me.
I know. Stares at you.
He's okay. I like him because he's got white hair. I like older men, but he's actually not that old. Which kind of bumps me out.
It's the white hair.
Stop having white hair and not being old, you dickbags.
I'm so excited. My boy's gonna have an android.
Spamton.
Yeah.
I know, and I saw that I sent to you. It's funny because I don't own any. I'm the big Undertale fan and Deltarune fan. I bought Undertale 3 times, but I don't have any physical like toys or anything except like the Sans doll and the Rousey doll. But I don't have any of the Nindoroids or any of the figurines or anything like that. But I know as soon as it comes out, I'm probably gonna buy the Spamton one.
Yeah. Spamton.
She fucking loves Spamton.
Spamton's the best!
I couldn't even get to the Spamton fight. I couldn't do the stupid cup thing. I'm dyslexic and it's weird and I didn't like it.
Spamton. It's your boy, Spamton. He's just
It's not my boy.
He's just there with a little deal for you. Why's everybody gotta beat him up and throw him in milk? That was weird. That was a weird announcement.
Oh, I hated that. The milk. Oh, why? Oh, gross. Oh, nasty. Oh, gross. Stop it.
It was just there to be gross, and it worked. Stop it.
Hey, look, we have the Spamton plushie prototype. Throws it in milk. Throws it against the wall.
Everything about
We're gonna specifically make Melle-d suffer, because she hates that kind of crap.
I'm just gonna make everything.
I know she's on the internet, and we want her to suffer while watching this. We know she's a fan of our crap.
Everybody hated this. Does it harder.
No, a lot of people thought it was funny.
I mean, it was funny.
It was funny, but
it.
I fucking hate it.
This is literally a perfect example of thanks, I hate it.
There was this Reddit post of someone who like used to have like a Webkins or whatever, and they would soak its paws in milk and suck it out because they were a little kid, and little kids are gross.
Kids are weird.
And I just thought of that. Like, can you imagine the nasty slosh that would be a fucking stuffed animal where all its fur, all of its fucking stuffing is just accumulated with the nastiest fucking liquid that ever existed, milk?
I'm such a milk hatred.
If it's on something, yeah.
Weak bone
Phlegm,
like,
the liquid.
Weak bone livers be like, ew, milk.
It's not even that good for you. It's actually pretty bad.
I know, right?
It's nasty. It's phlegm in a jar. Put it in tea. It's okay.
When I moved in with the wife, made sure to not have shit tons of plushies, because I did. And,
I had shit tons of figures.
I
probably got rid of some.
I don't regret it because they were taking up a lot of space, but I do miss my strawberry short pig. That's probably the only plushie that I wish I
Honey,
had.
you could have kept all you wanted. I wouldn't have fought it.
Yes, you would have.
No, I wouldn't. I don't care. I mean, I think you should probably downsize again if we move again, but like, I'm not gonna force you.
I mean,
If they're important to you, keep them. Like, I don't care. If they're not, you know, donate them.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna donate some of my crap, like some of those amiibos.
I haven't particularly accumulated more, so I'm just gonna keep them.
Yes, you have.
No, not like before. Oh my god.
I think you were compensating.
Well, yes, I didn't have anything in my room because my parents were. Yeah. So that's a whole nother thing. I've only got a few things in my little hand puppet. Are we going to have to do a Grimace milkshake thing with?
No, I'm not doing
with
any
it?
fucking Grimace milkshake memes.
Are you sure? We're
Yes.
gonna get you the Barbie shake.
I do want that. Yeah, I want the Barbie milkshake.
Yeah, one of my favorite things I used to have was a like a little hang down mesh bag
Oh, it looks
that had little
stupid.
plushies in it. So
Get
it's
one of
like
those
crap.
hammocks. Get the toy hammock. They'll display so much better.
I like them in the mesh bag because I can spin them.
Yeah,
You're
but
like,
you
"Ah,
can't
this
look
is my
at them.
trophies."
As someone who loves to display my crap, I can't imagine having them like up in that, looking all weird. You can't even see them right.
I had them arranged so they were like little trophies.
I like to display my things or snuggle them. To have something displayed so poorly aggravated me.
Me.
Get one of those little hammocks you put on the wall. Then you have you always talk about how you don't have things on the wall, and I decorate all the walls. You can put your plushies on the wall. We'll get you one of those hammocks. They're probably on Amazon.
See, I come from a boomer parents where you don't put anything on anything. So
Oh no,
like,
we're putting shit on the walls.
when I moved in with the wife, she'd seen my walls were literally white bare walls with nothing anywhere in the room. And then when we moved in here, she immediately put stuff on like every wall, and it looks infinitely better because
I
of it.
love shit on my walls. I'm not gonna not put shit on my walls. I like shit in every fucking corner so I can look at it. I'm a very visual person, and that's how I do that.
I was a very I don't have anything and nothing in here is mine person. And it did not help out well for me.
I'm sorry. You have stuff here.
I do. Have you? I have all kinds of stuff.
I try to make sure you have all of your enrichment.
You do. You make sure my pen is very nice.
I get you things.
I go on walkies and I get daily enrichment. It's very nice. And then I
encourage you to buy things you might want.
And then I make puns and you regret everything.
Yes.
That's fair. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired today. It's the end of my week. Tomorrow I have off.
Yay! We're gonna do laundry, and then we should go to the Krispy Kreme and see if they have the Barbie shake.
Yeah, we gotta check for the Barbie shake.
Yay! Barbie shake!
Do you want to get the little chiller donut or whatever?
Maybe. I mostly want the shake. If the donut's there, I will probably get it anyway because it's cute.
Yeah. It's like a ice pack donut looking thing.
I like it. It's pretty.
And the milkshake just is...
It looks cute. Okay, I like cute things.
It looks pink death.
Yes. As it should. Alright. Okay. Sorry for the delay, Mellow Marshmallow. We got your stuff, and now feel free to make another request since you came in like a week late. A week before the thing ended. So this is technically last month's request.
I'm dying.
Don't die, sweetie pie.
Breathe in.
Alright, time for Ren.
Woo!
Wants mayo on them. Mayo's nasty.
Is mayo an instrument?
Mayo is the slightly more solid form of milk.
Milk with eggs in it.
So I hate all of it.
So mean.
Well, stop being gross.
Oh, but you can like cheese, the solider form of milk.
See, then it's solid, and it is no longer gross.
I mean, it could be pretty gross. It could have fungus in it.
Mmm, blue cheese.
Blech. I don't like blue cheese. I don't like the aura. It's got bad vibe, bro.
Blue cheese. See? Ren knows.
That's fair.
Cheese nasty. Cheese good. Mayo nasty.
I could think of like 2 things that I would accept mayo in, and they're not like just mayo anymore. They're used. Yeah, there's the one Italian one that has the maggots in it.
I'd eat maggots if they're clean.
Yeah.
Like grub worms.
I mean, legit, we're probably gonna all end up eating cricket protein, so who cares?
Delicious. As long as it's clean, I don't care.
Yeah, the thing with the cricket protein, like...
I knew I had a good expression somewhere.
Like, the thing with the cricket protein is, it's just protein, so at that point...
Yeah, just turn it into burgers! Who cares?
Like, you're just gonna use that proteinase and make it into a burger or a flapjack, so who cares?
It's all meat. Who cares? Meat just tastes like what we flavor it with. That's why tofu's so delicious.
Yeah.
You flavor it with things.
It's kind of funny, because, like...
Tofu is just not meat.
People are like, oh, well, what about the lab-grown meat? And it's like, well, right now, the way to make lab-grown meat is horribly inefficient and makes more pollution than the crickets.
Yeah.
So,
Whatever's best for the environment, I'm all up for.
yeah, it just uses a lot of water.
Crickets.
As you'd expect. Crickets use almost no water, you know, per weight. So, hey, cricket. Snack. As long as it's not crunchy. Or unless it's supposed to be, in which case, as long as it's crunchy. That was the thing that bothered me, like, it happens sometimes in, like, baked stuff, is you'll have Weevils. Like, it's pretty much guaranteed in baked goods, because, like, with flour and grains and things like that, there is a legally allowed amount of bugs particularly weevils, because like it's almost impossible to keep them out of stuff, and that's gross but fine. There's nothing you can do about it.
I don't mind eating bugs as long as they're clean. The only thing I worry about with like outside bugs is they're not clean. I could have weird diseases and shit, or walked in poo. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what the with.
I would also not like to eat poopy fish or cows. I think this is a normal thing to ask.
Yeah, with crickets, that's why they part of why they want to do crickets, because the like farm bred crickets, there's basically like 3 types, and they rotate through them. That way, in case like disease or stuff like that happens, it won't knock out the whole batch or cause problems. So they just have kind of like a rotating stock of cricketry. I imagine having to get it validated, especially for the EU, which has a little bit harsher laws on that kind of stuff, would be interesting at best.
I don't think people would be willing to eat it.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to, like I said, I feel like you're probably gonna have to render it into something. And then just use it for cricket powder. Well, like even
just turn it into burgers.
For the lab-grown meat, yeah, that stuff's fascinating. My favorite thing that I would really love to learn more about is the CRISPR-modified yeast. Oh, for the crickets? Yeah. Grow them in a big old farm and then compress them.
Crush. They did that in Icebreaker. Snowpiercer?
Snowpiercer.
Icebreaker's better.
It would have been. Yeah, because you have to monitor the humidity and the temperature, right?
And then they made the cockroach jello. Which you could do with the powder.
Yeah.
Cockroach jello.
There's some stuff, it's called proteinase, and it's what they use to make chicken noodles out of actual chicken. And it's just a protein binder, glues it together, and then you make basically slabs of jello that you can cut up into whatever. It's just meat jello. It's perfectly fine. It's just protein.
Honestly, if you made it cheap and environmentally friendly and it just tastes like nothing, I would probably still just eat a shit ton of it. Nice. And it was easy to make. Like, I am objectively lazy and cheap, and I will objectively eat the laziest and cheapest thing for the most part.
Realistically, the main problem is just mouthfeel more than anything. Like the Beyond Meat burgers kind of get around that because they are aiming for the shitty burger mouthfeel and taste. Like, they're aiming for it to be like a garbage microwave burger. So you know what you're going in for, and you're expecting that. And so that makes it better because of it. And then they have the Hemi from bamboo? Soy. It's Hemi from the soy roots to give it the proper meat juiciness when you bite into it and stuff. So it acts like blood, but it's not, because there's no blood in soy.
Or blood.
There was a one company that is working on fake meats, and part of what they're doing is a methodology for adding marbling, so the fat in between the fake muscle, to give it that texture and mouthfeel like you'd expect with steaks. And to highlight their methods and what they're working on, they are aiming towards making filet mignon. So they make these little filet mignons, and yeah, they're a little more expensive, but they are fake meat filet mignon with the nice marbling of fat in it. So it will have the proper cut and mouthfeel and juiciness like you'd expect. But those are big hurdles to overcome with that kind of stuff. As opposed to my favorite, which is the using CRISPR-modified brewer's yeast to produce pharmaceutical chemicals, which is an entirely different field, but a lot of similar stuff. And that is super cool! There's one group that's working on using little alien yeastlings to make to make and explore cannabinoids. The different chemicals.
The different cannibal!
Yeah, I love that one. The different chemicals in pot.
Yeah.
You know, because we have things like THC and CBD and those kind of things, but we don't really understand what each chemical does. And in some of those things, there's hundreds of chemicals that all do different stuff. Like some of them give you the munchies, some of them do the, you know, raise your body temperatures, you burn more calories, things like that. So we know that there's stuff.
I want to get that lose more calorie one.
Well, we don't know which ones do what, and that's why, you know, the CBD is such a big thing, because CBD.
It mostly makes me sleepy.
Yeah. Well, CBD is not the stuff that makes you get high. That's THC.
Yeah. It makes me sleepy.
So CBD, they're like, well, we think this does stuff because it covers a pretty broad range of the chemicals coming out of there, since it's all done through the same process with CO2 distilling. And it's all done through the same stuff.
My sister lives in Illinois, where it's legal there, and one of her friends slipped a CBD gummy into her bag because she was nervous about all the crap that was going on because our mom had just died. And she gave it to us because she was like, I'm not legally allowed to bring this in travel. She hid it in my bag. And I was like, all right, we'll try it. We'll split into a try. And I just took a nap.
She did. That was adorable.
It wasn't a CBD. It was like it was
THC.
Yeah.
THC.
So it was the full thing.
Yeah. And that's, you know. But yeah, that kind of stuff, especially with the CRISPR, so that they can really nail down exactly what they want it to do, has been allowing them to do a lot of very interesting research. And I think it's super cool. That is definitely my bag when it comes to science. That kind of weird, hokey sci-fi bullshit is just, that makes me so happy. I love to see it.
He knows the sci-fi bullshit. I know the weird art and cultural crap. Together, we're completely useless.
We'll form one functional-ish nerd. Man. So, in another case of giant corporations have a lot of money, and I don't really like that, but whatever. Microsoft is working with some folks on making an optical PC as opposed to a proper silicon binary PC.
Those are words.
Those are words. So the silicon transistors in the PC have binary, ones and zeros. And so they can only really expand but so much and handle things but so fast, and it's part of what's called Moore's Law. Mm-hmm. In that we can only
I know Moore's Law.
Yep. We can only make computers but so good, and eventually we'll hit a point where we cannot physically cram more crap into them without a fundamental change in how the computers work, just from the nature of silicon and stuff. And some companies are working on using different materials instead of silicon. There's actually been some very promising research on that, because a lot of the manufacturing is all very macro scale. Trying to get something that can be slotted into the current silicon macro scale manufacturing stuff is preferable, because otherwise you won't be able to get a lot of people to convert over to it. So that's what some of the research is for, is new materials that can still be slotted into the current manufacturing pipeline. But others are saying, fuck it, we ballin'. And Microsoft is one of those. And they have started working on a computer that uses an optical array. So they actually are using light passing through multiple screenings that sort it into a full array of color spectrum, which means that then you can use, instead of just 1 and 0, you can use a whole array of bullshit and have it processing simultaneously.
Won't we then have another law that we can't pass?
Yeah,
but it'll be further down the line?
It will be punting it further down the line, because what it'll probably end up being is another thing of you can only cram but so much light into it and still be able to observe the full spectrum being used.
Why don't we use DNA sequencing?
Because reading it and writing it fast enough to be functional. And we are starting to use DNA sequencing for data storage.
Yeah. Why can't we use that language? Because it's also a language, not as complicated as the spectrum of light, but that's a pretty complicated, that's a few letters in there. And you can automatically, like, store them on shit. Like, you already have things that already speak that language, more or less.
Yeah, there is research into using it as basically an encrypting method for storing large quantities of data. However, it's TACG, so you're only going to have 4 instead of 2.
Yeah.
Which is a doubling.
That's better. That's better than binary.
It's a doubling, but it's also fairly volatile as far as storage goes.
That's the wrong layer.
We get it. She vapes.
It tried to make it into a vector.
She vaping. She mad about that. Yeah, so
that's what they did in Ariel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they encoded it on the DNA.
Yeah, in Gundam.
There are some people that have already been doing that kind of stuff. In fact, a person sent basically a dot of ink on a paper to another person, and that dot of ink was like, "Yo, dog, here's this entire book encoded into this single dot," because that dot had genetic information strands in it that were used as an encoding method for a very large quantity of data. So as a data storage medium, yes, it's actually pretty useful. And in fact, you'd be able to use, say, someone's own DNA as a person-specific decoding kind of thing. And yeah, that's pretty cool. They've even started doing, like, in sci-fi, they always have the crystals. They always have like a data rock. There is a group that's like, hey, we've made it so we can make a CD that is that will be data stable for 10,000 years, and short of, lighting it on fire and sitting on it, it's fine. Well, reading it is complicated.
It'd be less complicated than reading light spectrum. That's a way more letters.
Sort of. It's reading the DNA is less about encoding all of it onto the DNA. Oh, hey, it's a bother wife time.
Don't butter the wife, she'll kill you. Your face is just spiking to get right in my lips.
Hi, Jay-Z. But with the reading it, it's less about reading it as a fully structured data source and more about using it as an encoding method. It's kind of like if a strand of your hair was the password to an encyclopedia, and you just could take a pile of gibberish, use the stuff on your strand of hair, and then it would turn that pile of gibberish into something readable. It's pretty interesting, but again, more of an encoding method and more of a data storage media.
You know what's funny? If they go with the light spectrum one, then like the rainbow takes over all the computers, so the gays win. Yeah!
The gays
win!
You're putting rainbows in your computers, they're turning the internet gay. Yeah, basically.
I haven't watched it yet, because we actually don't have Netflix anymore. I'd have to pirate it. Alright, that one's done.
Yeah, it's basically like a hashing method. It's pretty cool. Like I said, with that one, it was a dot of ink on a paper contained an entire book.
Let's do Pixel.
It is a form of molecular storage, because it's not like using a person's specific DNA. It's just using a form of DNA. And then, like,
be funny if you like built people for it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that'd be a good sci-fi one. Is like your DNA is the answer to this question.
You could instead of having your social security,
Bioshock Infinite.
You would have, your marrow, basically your bone marrow could be your personal identification code for your existence.
I'm gonna put her in the treasure chest.
Yeah, you could. And you could use it as like a, hey, here's this jawbreaker. Crack it in half and use a cockroach DNA sequence. And then Shazam, you've got the plans to the Death Star.
Yeah!
It's a cool way to do stuff. A little bit weird, but you could totally do it. And you could store pretty high volume data in it already, and it's still in its, basic baby stages. There's a lot of those that are like fuck around and find out science projects, and I really do appreciate those kind of things, because it really, like, you don't find out until you do. And that one group that I really liked their research was just like, can we add fungus to circuit boards and see if it does anything? And then the next response was, can we add fungus to circuit boards and get proper responses out of it? Because, like, you want to see if you put data into the fungus, you get the correct data back out, right? Or you want to see if you put data into the fungus and get something novel out, but something consistently novel. Because that means the fungus is processing the data, and that is also cool. But you don't really know until you start doing it, and that leads to problems. Because if there's one thing humans are good at, it's fucking up science real bad.
That's true.
We've done that a few times. Whoops.
Little fox goblin.
She's a mimic.
No, she's actually, she put her hand on the lid.
Hey, I'm a mimic. Go away. Shut the door.
Yes, I'm looting here. There we go. That's better.
Just a giant word, dibs, and then the box shuts.
Even after all this time, I still can't draw things free-handed.
What do you mean? Just like on
Without
the fly
a
with no
sketch?
line art?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like
I got a sketch, man.
I feel like some of the people that do that are the people that are just using the sketch as the completed thing and just saying, fuck it, we ball.
Some people do that, I swear.
Ooh, fun. That's the one with the little goblin-looking green red dragon lady, right? Nimona?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
looks like a long-suffering dude and a goblin.
Yeah, the dude seemed kind of hot.
Because he's tired?
I'm not really attracted to goblins. I like them. I'm not really attracted to them.
I mean, does gender really mean anything to you when you're a shapeshifter?
Gender's dumb.
Like, if you're completely capable...
Everyone should just be amorphous blobs of the universe.
Step 1, put a fox in the box. Oh,
It's
no.
me in a box.
Oh no, you're gonna get deek-dubbed.
Cut a hole in that box.
Like, that was always one thing I had to laugh about on Deep Space Nine, because that guy Odo, like, he's a shape changer from a race of shape changers. He was like, I spent a while as a cube. This is just like, gender is meaningless when you can literally change your body at the whim.
It's just stupid.
Yeah.
I want everyone to be a big old shape changer, and none of us have to care about nothing like that no more ever again.
Yep. The Mechanicus in Warhammer 40k don't care if you're trans. They don't give a fuck. What's your parts? Good. Are they high spec? Better.
Well, honey, they are fascists.
You're looking awfully heretical over there. Better change your parts.
Get the boobs in the shot.
You're gonna put the boobs on the box?
No. See, little titties.
Stack on the rack. What the hell kind of mimic is this? Go away! Shuts box. What'd you
Hisses at you, hisses at you.
Send
Did you
away.
already send a 20 request?
No, she's asking about like a future one.
I don't know. In the future. That's next month Melle-d's problem. I'm not gonna think about it.
Send away and we'll take a look, Beastie. Wait, where's my phone?
Everyone's changing their stuff this month.
I think a lot of them are talking.
It's only the
everything else.
first!
Everybody's talking to each other and getting ideas. Ideas, just sayers. Where did I leave it? Leave it in my bag.
This time next year, I might, I'm not sure, have to skip a single Patreon request month when we move. I think we'd have shit together by the time of the month. We might have to put it at a weird time.
Oh, it's on the floor.
Your phone's on the floor? Why is your phone on the floor?
Well, I was on the floor for a while.
Oh, that's true. I put you on the floor. Oops.
Ain't that a hole in the boat?
Coins.
Us coordinating stupid ideas? Yes, Brokero, we know.
Called him Brokero.
Because he broke Kokoros.
Implies he's poor.
Nah.
Y'all better not be pouring on my Patreon. I want your not having money asses.
Don't pay your rent to us.
I want your rent. Go away.
Oh, I guess BC sent it to you directly.
Mm-hmm.
I like No Nuts one, but only because I want you to... When you see it, I think you should have him holding the horns.
Everyone wants to talk about the requests when the thing's already started. I can't really stop and read them during the actual stream.
All good. Since I am not on the art end of things, if you ever have a question or are not sure, you can always send it to me, and then I can either translate it and pass it on, or if I know the answer, I can answer directly. I will happily take effort off of her.
I'm just trying not to take 5 hours to do these. I'm very stupid. I can only do one thing at a time.
I know, I'm the one thing.
Yeah. That's why I'm not doing you right now.
That's fair.
The artist is very stupid. She can only draw. I'm like those really, 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 really niche companions.
What's that pose?
I'm the little girl in Fear and Hunger. That's what I am.
That's
If
a
y'all
very
know what that is.
esoteric.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that because I
Let's
watched.
see if anyone who's on here knows what Fear and Hunger is.
I only know that because
Much
I watched.
less what you do with the little mute girl.
I only know that because I watched that 3-hour essay with you.
I've watched multiple long-ass essays on Fear and Hunger. It is apt for long-ass essays.
I think that would be 2 busts. The what Beastie sent me. I think that looks like 2 busts, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to draw the bottom half of the Dragon Girl. That'd be cheating. I can't make any exceptions for nobody because then everyone will.
Yeah.
But I could do the upper half and the wings, I guess.
Yeah, that could be edited to like a 2 bust kind of thing because like you'd have the torso.
I just went and draw like the legs and shit.
Yeah, yeah. So it could be doable within the spirit of the image while also keeping to the rules. I'm gonna check the thing that I can't talk about and see if anything's nearby.
Okay, sweetie.
I'm very excited about it.
I'm gonna talk about it. I don't have an NDA.
Stream ends suddenly.
I just get shot by the FBI.
Just bang. That sounded like a heavy bow gun. What the heck was that about?
And you're FBI, open up! And they throw down our door and shit, and we get fucking, like,
Just do, do, do.
yeah.
I did that to Christian one time when he was back there, like, trying back room.
Just banged on the door when FBI open up.
Did they all say that I sound like that when I knock to get let in, like the days that I don't have my keys? I'm like, yeah, because you guys never listen, so if I do it that way, you open the door.
FBI, open up!
So
I know you're watching anime in there.
Because I knock with the flat of my hand instead of like a proper knock, so it's just like doo doo doo, and they're like, whoa, oh, it's you, and I'm like,
You're a very loud person, honey. At the same time, you are freakishly quiet.
it's true. So for y'all,
I'm just loud all the time.
I at work have both my car keys, which now have a bell on them, and I also literally scuff my feet whenever I walk there at work because
I don't know what 7 days is, so you're getting a generic treasure chest.
Oh, she's a loot goblin. Like me. She just goes in, they're like, hey, have you been in here? And they go in and everything is empty. There might be like a bag of old sandwiches on the floor, but like all the valuables are looted and anything that can be broken down has been shattered. It's fun. I will teach Pixel the ways of the loot goblin. Oh, speaking of loot goblin, the new version of 7 Days dropped. It is now Alpha 21. So.
You're gonna get a generic treasure chest and like it.
I mean, it's probably better than the chests that you would see in
That way
7
you can
Days.
use it in virtual games.
Oh, you guys have been playing it?
Up again.
Boo.
It's because you've been too busy playing Final Fantasy.
Boo.
Against your will.
Boo.
Labba-dee, labba-die.
Indeed. I want to play the new stuff. I want to loot things.
You have 2 games under NDA. Go play those.
I did. I just checked. Doing stuff. I'm doing the big murders.
Ugh, I bit my tongue sometime earlier and then like the right side's swollen and I'm slurring again. This way you can use it in other games as well. Mm-hmm. Or as a sticker. I don't care.
So you might just be like a rah pose.
Ha!
Hey, cow cow.
No.
Aw. Cow cow. A minotaur nun. Literally a holy cow. It's a lot harder, huh? So basically you guys are going to be sending me out more often to go loot and pillage. That's fair. What up, Kokoro? Why you grump face?
Now your turn tonight.
Water is more annoying to get. Well, I mean, I just eat all the canned goods as I go, so.
I don't keep track either.
Oh, the holy cow. I didn't make that joke. You can't blame me. I just saw it and thought it was hilarious.
Did I do a commission like that? I did, yeah. Or something at some point. I do so much. I do like 15 a month. I don't remember everything.
It's fair.
This is why I'm like, bring me a reference to your character during the streams, because it's like, I do so much crap a month, I really don't remember. Shame when people ask me to do things and they're like, I want this character, and I'm like, do you have a reference? It's like, oh, I thought you knew them. I did not. I know nothing. I ain't know nothing. I don't know my own characters. Whose character is this?
Who
drew this? Whose computer is this? I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Good luck.
I'll be right back.
I will be here to keep them amused. Hello, chat.
Don't kill anyone while I'm gone.
Great. The magazines are where your skill points go. Where? Yeah, I haven't looked at the updates to the new one. Haven't played the new version yet, but I do like to pillage all the things. And I do like to loot all the things. That is what I am good at. That and stabbing with spears. I'm decent at that. So, I don't mind being the looty guy. It's always pretty fun. Did y'all start like a new server up kind of thing? Like a restart? Or are you still going with like what's already there? Because we'd out in a little place started up pretty decently in that clothing store that we took over. It was fairly fortified. Came in there with a concrete building already, which is nice. And all we had to do was patch up the, glass windows. Ah, the old safe also worked. Fair enough. So that means we're on new characters and stuff. Fine. I might go still with the looty stuff, but maybe go into hammers. Because I've never really played with like the heavy armor, heavy weapon kind of setup. But it is pretty good for breaching into place. Usually I go with spears because I'm putting the points into like perception and stuff like that for looting anyways. And that's in the same gig. Same with the rifles. So that's what I tend to focus on is rifles, spears, and looting. And as far as armor goes, it doesn't particularly matter to me one way or another, so that's usually a secondary consideration. If possible, I'll usually get work my way up to military armor. Didn't they remove the tech skills like workbench from the singular trace? They did. Some of the stuff is now like a basic skill, like a first level kind of deal, so that way you can still have at least some of the fundamentals, which was something that we didn't notice at first when we first started that server up, because we were looking all over the place for a workbench schematic and just couldn't find it. And then it's like, oh yeah, it's basic. The workbench is just right there. You can just make it. And I'm like, whoops. But they've really added a lot over time with like the tech progression, especially into the actual like tech field if you're doing the tech tree, because the tech stuff has like the stun batons, the turrets, proper electronics. I don't know why you would do the cameras, but you can have cameras, so that's pretty cool. Like, they've added a lot of stuff over time. It's really impressive for still technically being an alpha. I'm not really sure that 7 days is ever going to become a real boy kind of thing. I think they're just going to be an alpha whatever for the end of time. Because people still get it. People still buy the game. It's still perfectly fine. Like, if you were to look at it, it is a fully functional game as is. We had a little internet spike there for a second. That's interesting. Yeah, throw everything over once a year. Yeah, fair. I'm not really sure if they're gonna like switch game engines at any point either. We had a little internet spike there. I don't remember if they've done that recently. Game engine. I forget if they're on Unreal. No, they're on Unity. Okay. Okay. So they're on a more recent Unity. Gotcha. But yeah, like when they do some of these big updates and stuff and add the new areas and things like that, it's nice, it's certain pleasant, because a lot of your stuff will still carry over, like learning wise. So you're not going to be starting from scratch every time. You still come out better than you were before. So it's like a roguelike, if anything. Like a macro level roguelike game. Weird way to put it, but it's true. It'd be like every time WoW had an update, it just like completely changed the game on you. Or like every time they want to make a new first-person shooter game. So many of them have like stuff that carries over, and then honestly, oh yeah, like I bought it a while ago and have consistently played it for a long time now, and I've gotten my money's worth. I don't care at this point. You know, I've played some games where like, yeah, I'll get in on it when it's an early access, and like they do, you know, 2 version updates and then say fuck it and bail. And then I've had other games where like they have consistently upgraded, updated, added to it, blah 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 forever, and it's amazing. So you never know what you're gonna get. 7 days, absolutely. They've put in so much time and effort into it. You know, No Man's Sky, same thing. Skull the Hero Slayer. I cannot, like, it is hard for me to put in words how much work and effort they have put into Skull the Hero Slayer. How fundamentally they've changed the game and how nice it is. It is such a fun game, and they've put so much work and time and just wonderful improvements, and really working with the community too. Yeah, Valheim. I got in on Valheim and played a whole bunch of that. Valheim was tons of fun. Super good. Didn't play Conan Exiles, and honestly, V Rising to me looked like a game that I wouldn't really have interest in. Because like it looked kind of Diablo-y to me, but with a lot of the Valheim survival stuff. I've seen that it's like really deep with the amount of stuff you can build into your castle and stuff. But the buying servers and doing all that kind of jazz, just that seemed like more effort than I was really willing to put into the game, kind of deal. I don't begrudge anything for it though. It looks really fun and looks really cool. It's just not my bag. Oh, you bought Valheim? Good, good. Valheim is a plenty solid game, and I have so much respect for how much they were able to get out of that game and how much work they've put into that game, because as I recall, it's a really small group working on Valheim, and them blowing up as much as they did, man, super lucky for them. My hat's off to them. That was a great game that did get spotlighted, and I think really got the notice and love that it deserved. Because Valheim, like, super fun. Played it way far into the game, and just before the most recent stuff they added to it, so we got all the way up to the dragon part of Valheim, and
Excuse me.
the wifey's back.
Sorry.
Wifey back.
It's dealing with our toilet. It's running.
Yeah.
We better go get it.
Yeah, my only thing with Valheim that I wish you could adjust, like per server kind of thing, was the hunger. Because until you got properly established to have multiple food types available and stuff like that, you were really handicapped before you could get into you couldn't get into new areas and stuff because your health and your stamina is so low. And it takes a while to get properly established enough to have that broad range of food to bring your stats up properly. And that's a little bit of a bummer, because like if I'm just trying to farm wood around the freaking, home base to just build up resources and stuff, I don't want to have to sit there and chug down my valuable food just to have any kind of stamina bar. Really obnoxious.
Harvest Moon.
Yeah. The last time I played was when the final thing was getting to the dragon in the cold. That was as far as I'd gotten. And so I don't know how old that is comparatively, but that was the last place that I really got to. So if they've reworked the food, like oh, that's good. That was honestly my only real complaint about the game. Like it, and even that's not like a big complaint. That was a pretty pittance kind of thing. That and I was the farmer of the group, and I really wish that it had like a proper grid layout for the food. I want to plant my carrots properly spread out, for fuck's sake.
Oh, you could not play of Rice and Ruin.
Okay, it is exactly like a Rice of Ruin, where if you want to make it a grid and you want to make it efficient and work properly, get good, loser.
Yeah.
Like, just, I don't care. Give me a damn stick and some string. I'll make my own grid. Just for the love of God, give me a planting grid.
It's not always the best way to plant things in a grid.
I have flattened a square. I have made a big area specifically for a farm. Let me grid. They are carrots. Carrots grow in rows. Potatoes grow in rows. Just let me have a grid.
Yeah.
Oh God, and you would get, yeah, snapping so you can have proper layout so that they'll spread out exactly the same each time, because you'd get a little off when you'd put a plant down, and now your whole fucking row is messed up because you had the camera angle just a little bit wrong, and fuck you, now all your shit grows funny.
Yes.
It's like, ah! Just fucking headbutt a wall. It's so heinous. Fun game though, super great. Lot of fun, really enjoyed it. When we were first getting into that swamp bog to start getting iron, man, that was an objectively jank experience. It was so fun, and it was just like panicking about zombies. Like, it was fun. It was really a good time.
Oh, I'm Lily.
We were so happy as we got into like being able to get iron equipment and better gear. Yeah, as you should. The stupid, like, those little buggers that throw fireballs, and specifically the bugs. Fuck the bugs. Fun game though. Gonna keep telling you that. That's just.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I missed a spot.
Oh no. You did. There's a little tan spot there. That was funny.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens.
When I'm drawing really fast on the fly of this, it's not always very easy to keep things together. These are not commissions. I am not taking my sweet ass time.
We honestly had such a trouble getting into the snowy areas. Because, like, finding the special resources in the snowy areas was just real jank. Ironically, I got really good at sailing the boats. That was actually my favorite thing to do, and I got super good at it as boats.
I was really into that in the,
Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, in the naval warfare in Assassin's Creed. That was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And Black Flag. That and 2 are the only good Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, Valheim's boating feels really good. I actually got very good at open seas, particularly at getting the boat where the boat ought not to boat. Because I could get that bastard in super shallow areas and super good. And I had so much fun with the boat. Like, that, like, it had the right boat feel.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we have one more. Okay. Yeah.
Like the boat, particularly once you start getting to the larger boats with the better sails, they have a very good drifty feel to them because you've got a big chunk of wood that you're sailing around. It's gonna move funky. And it's like, oh man. And I fucking Tokyo drifted the boat into the dock one time and just perfectly slid it sideways into place. And I'm like, hee. I was very proud of myself for that one.
Beaches.
My good boatsmanship is why we were able to get one of those sea serpents and then drag it back over the land with a freaking harpoon.
Who drew this hat?
Unfortunately, a nutter.
What did you call me, your beautiful wife?
A nutter.
They can't draw hats.
Yeah, it really is super satisfying.
Stop making me design your characters, because then I gotta draw them later and I suck at it.
Do it more. Hilarious.
I don't know what I design. I'm a bad character designer, and then they all look like shit.
They all look great, and you know it. Make her design more characters. It's funny.
No.
Know it.
No.
Feel the suffering.
No. Don't do it, Ho.
You already know they're inclined to do it. They do it to me when I'm doing Final Fantasy.
You design your characters?
No, suffering. They like to inflict suffering.
At least find me candy off throne or something, dang. Force me to do crap.
It's kind of funny with some of the stuff.
I really took this suggestion awfully far, didn't I?
What? Oh, for the whole for the outfit?
No, this one for like one deadpan and while I look at them innocently. And I was like,
oh yeah,
googly eyes.
it's like a Lilo and Stitch kind of thing. Friends about the sea serpent. We were like, let's sail in the storm. It's fun. Yeah, sea serpent's fun.
Oh, I thought I put Enna on, but this is Silent Hill. I was like, there's a lot of lyrics for an Enna music.
Hey.
Who I still want to do fan art of, but I haven't thought of anything fun yet. No.
Just a movie made of cheese and rice.
People already done that.
Ah, bummer.
See, you're not as deep into fandom crap as I am, and I see everything.
That's fair. I see a lot of things, but not everything. It's kind of funny with some games. I really want them to go whole hog with the like realism towards the thing they're doing, but like they have to do it in a way that feels right for what it is. Like I imagine that's why people play Trucking Simulator, because Trucking Simulator.
That's why I played Rice and Rune. It's like, oh man, I sure love micromanaging this tiny field of rice for a year.
Not only the farm, but also like doing the rice afterwards, because you were all about like polishing the rice just right.
Oh yeah! Figuring out how much white rice or dirty rice I want. That was so much fun for me. I just love esoteric shit like that in video games though.
I make more money if it's white rice, but I get a lot less of it, so I should have a.
No, I made more money if it's white rice, but not only did I get a lot less of it, it was less nutritious.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have worse stats when I went into like the dungeon areas. So you have to consider that. Yeah. I like that shit.
That was really esoteric bullshit.
Yes, and it's actually related to how rice works, and I like that.
Yeah. So like with Valheim, since they did the boating so well and made it feel really good, I liked that a lot. Like even just like, ah crap, I gotta tack into the wind. Like it.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Like you do have to legitimately watch the wind and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
I love that crap in video games. But it has to be like, it can't be everything. It has to do like one thing really in depth.
Yep.
If it's everything, it's annoying.
It did the sailing super accurate. Like, once you've built your boat and plopped that shit down, congrats. You have a boat, it's in the water. If you want to freaking, like, get it out of the water, sucks to be you. It's a boat.
I actually don't like randomly generated ones as much. I'd rather have a more tailored gameplay experience. But it really depends. Like, there's some games I don't mind it with.
It's like, how to put this? It's randomly generated, but with biomes and specific areas. So there's always going to be a swamp. There's always going to be a prairie. There's always going to be snow areas, kind of thing.
That's why I liked No Delivery, because the main pizza place was always set.
Yeah.
You just slowly got ways to further in it, but you didn't know what you would face in the dungeons.
Yeah.
Like, that I don't mind. Or if it's really, like, into it as a narrative piece, like, Hades.
Yeah, with Valheim, it really just made you feel great exploring and going around. Like, the first time I found the prairie and had to run from a mosquito larger than I am, like, Yeah, you should run from the mosquitoes, because those motherfuckers
Man,
will kill
I'm
your ass.
still haunted by those mosquitoes from Jumanji when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That freaked me out way too much.
Yeah. Those death mosquitoes are...
Stop looking at me with them big old eyes.
Yeah, those death mosquitoes are fucking terrifying. The first time you see it, it's like, oh, it's like a bug. It's not so bad. And then like, oh, it's bad. Oh, no.
Oh, a ladybug.
She explained that meme to me. It's a good meme.
Okay, it's from like a flash I watched when I was a kid. About these three guys who were like into video game stuff and going to like a con where they played all the new video games, and Final Fantasy XIV, I think the first start of it, it's that old, before they redid it, was in there, and he goes up in the game and he's like, oh, a ladybug, and it's like typed out in the chat, and of course they have British accents, and then he just gets mauled to death by the mosquito.
Just dead.
Just dead. And I have no idea, like, what it was called or where it was from or anything like that, because it's an old flash and it's probably dead now.
It might have actually just been a ladybug in game.
Yeah, it was a ladybug. Because they were at a game thing, and that was the joke about that game. Was he just got mauled to death by a ladybug. Because it was, you know, an MMO, and at that time, like, it was a game where you could go out and fight things way over your level and shit like that, and that was still new. Like, not being able to wear stuff if you're not high enough level, how, like, VG Cats made a joke about that.
Not smart enough, can't wear a hat. Just put it on your head. Nope, don't got the stats for it, can't do it.
The only things I remember about that was they're going to fight them with a PlayStation 2. That's how old this was.
Oof.
And, the guys running it were, like, gonna fight them. And there were 3 of them, which I think were like the game bleedy guys. That's usually how it is. And he tries to plug in, and he's like, it's only got 2 ports.
And
Super weird.
VG Cats, I haven't read those in so long. I'm sure it's still going.
Yeah, I think it is. People don't really do things like that anymore.
Like the old ass
like, just only talking about video game comics. They used to be everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, Penny Arcade is still around. Although Penny Arcade is, like, largely funded by PAX at this point. Because, you know, they created a fucking monstrosity. No more bucket hats. You gonna add a helmet? Beastie is thinking up new design for their character.
Was there a hat before?
On Beastie? Yeah, Beastie's the one that has bucket hats.
See, I draw so much I don't remember.
Beastie's the one with the succubus.
The
Yeah.
leopard print with the titties.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't remember the hat. I don't know. I remember the pattern. See, that's how much I draw and how little I remember of everything.
Kokoro says sorry, not sorry for the armors.
I don't believe you.
This is revenge for the Beavis and Butthead tax.
I'm just gonna not let fucking Kokoro do requests anymore. I'm gonna kick him out of the Patreon. He's running my last nerve.
Kokoro is over here in the gay baby jam.
But then again, I never call him by his actual name, so I guess it's revenge.
It's fair. Yeah, Kokoro says one armor for each nickname. Hello, NPC.
Okay, the villain of, you know this, but the villain of Magical Girl Destroyers was basically just one of those losers who calls everyone an NPC and decided to just make his own game because everyone told him his game sucked, and God was like, I'm bored, make a new game, and made it with, like, everybody.
You think you're so cool, then make me a game. Alright, God, I will.
She was still bored.
She's still bored. He made Final Fantasy, but otakus.
He was like, this is the most original game ever, the anime that was, like, purposely derivative of everything. Y'all are just NPCs. I hate otaku because they say this stuff is bad, and y'all just don't understand my genius. And you're all NPCs, and I'm only the real playable character.
They talk mean about me on 2chan. Or was it Niku Niku?
Maybe.
There was that one part where he's just sitting there reading every comment and making some snark-ass Redditor freaking reply.
That's, yeah.
It's
It's basically what if a Redditor got, like, godlike powers?
Our world's been remade by a basement dweller.
Yeah. He was, though. He was real nasty.
Oh, man. And it was, like, legit.
That anime was, at the same time, like, amazing, incredibly cheap, but also incredibly, like...
They use their budget
It's so weird!
for 2 things, and they do those 2 things
They
really
wanted
good.
to do Gynex stuff, but they did not have the budget, but they had the ideas, and I kind of respect them for that.
Yeah, they really have ran with the ideas. I mean, they had a Nico Nico Eva.
You know, God bless them, they did a great job. They did kill off their main character.
Yeah.
He did die, that was nice. And then they just made a Sentai team based off of him.
It's fine. It's got good body horror in it too.
Yeah, it had great ideas. It was just like poorly paced and put together, but I think it kind of wanted to be, so I don't even know.
I think it's kind of like that otaku earnestness. Like it's really that.
Yeah, you can't
like,
help but respect it. It really tried to do what it did.
You know, like a baby weeb with their first RP character.
Yeah.
Like it's like just so earnest and really excited, and they want you to see stuff, and they want you to. Like,
I want to do the big boy Gynex stuff, which is funny because Gynex isn't a company anymore.
Like they want you to interact with it. They want you to enjoy it and experience it, and like it comes through. It's really nice.
Honestly, like it was so indie compared to a lot of stuff today. I was really surprised.
Yeah,
like
it
it
really
even
does.
got published.
It had a good feel to it.
Yeah. I knew by the OP when I first saw it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be entertaining if nothing else.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, it's not.
It is exactly what they wanted. That's me with you. That's what you're channeling.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the pink chick is still the objectively coolest one in that anime.
Oh, yeah.
Gabu.
Drugs!
Drugs?
What'd she say? Drugs. Wants to know if you got some drugs.
Drugs?
What'd she say now? She wants to know if you got more drugs. Let me eat the drugs. Don't eat the drugs.
You know that meme with the owl that just goes, drugs? Okay, make it pink and put a gas mask on it. That's the
And
character.
it says gobble.
She is objectively the best. It's hilarious.
Nice.
Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope you get some proper sleep. We are talking about a fun anime called Otaku Killer.
No, it's called Magical Girls Destroyer.
Magical. Sorry, I was thinking of his helmet.
Yeah. I'm still amazed that was on there. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, she had to explain that to me because I had no idea what it was.
I remember I first saw it and I was so surprised no one mentioned it. And I was like, are they referencing the Otaku murders?
No, probably.
Well, it never came up.
Or maybe yes. Who knows? Could be. Could be. Could not be. Who knows?
I have no idea, man.
I don't think they know. I feel like a lot of...
Well, it was a show about people villainizing otakus. So I thought, oh, I guess they're just being like super edgy with that? Yeah. I guess it's old enough you can do that without being horrifically offensive, but I don't even think they'd care if they were horrifically offensive.
I don't think they thought that far through.
Yeah, you're right.
There are a few parts of it that really feel like a couple of nerds at a convention, just like super excited and bouncing their ideas off of each other and getting all wound up.
Yeah, I think this studio has real potential if they like just like get their shit together a little bit.
Just get any money at all.
Get any money, get their shit together, get a little more organized. I think they could be really fun.
Yeah. Please, sir, may we have some budget? No. What merch you selling?
I haven't seen any merch for it. I doubt they got any merch lined up.
I can't imagine they'll get merch. Maybe Gabu.
Well, they could probably get the girls. The girls are
Yeah.
apt for merchandising, but
Or at least Anarchy. I think Red probably would work for merch. I'm not sure they could get away with Gabu. As much as I love Gabu.
she has a name.
Does she?
It's Pink.
Oh, okay. Drugs. Got it.
Her name's Pink, sweetie. It's Pink, Blue, and Anarchy. That's their names.
Okay, well, personified meth over there is a great character that I'm not sure they can make merch of.
It did help me learn about the history of drugs and the otaku culture, so that's interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, because it's all underground.
Yeah, well, I guess there would have been some overlap on that. She really is like Japanese Florida, man. She's just crystal meth in a tutu.
She was also an idol.
Makes sense. Ooh, yeah, there would be a lot of overlap in the idol stuff, wouldn't there?
Yeah. Well, she was an idol to her followers.
Yeah.
Her drug cult. It was the punk scene, basically.
Mm-hmm.
The punk scene and the otaku scene kind of overlap as, quote-unquote degenerates.
Degenerate.
She's just innocent. The prompt for this was one looking stern, like just looking monotone, while the other one looks up innocently, and I just took it and ran with it.
That's how I look at her when I'm bothering her in the morning.
Yeah, when you're staring at my butt. I have vague memories of one day when I was half asleep, you just coming on top of me and going, ah, and hugging me.
Yeah.
But I don't really remember it 100.
This morning.
Was it this morning?
It was this morning, princess.
Damn. I don't remember it this morning. Is this the first time you've done it?
No,
There you go.
it's not the first time.
I'm fucking asleep.
See, she gets upset if I don't give her a smoochie before I leave for work. So I will usually give her a smoochie. And usually she's a little sleepy peepy and she makes little happy noises when she gets the smoochies. But sometimes she's all like, makes a little cute sound effects, and I give her all kinds of smoochies and she gets all wiggly and adorable, and it's great.
I fall back asleep and I forget.
She immediately falls back asleep.
Right.
There are times where she has literally rolled over, wait, give me, and I give her a kiss, and then she goes right after.
I'm sleepy.
Just
It's
out
the
like a-
morning, and I don't have to go outside to go to work. I work in my underpants till 3 a.m.
Who's that one anime character with bangs that are a much different shape from the rest of her hair?
Oh god, you're gonna have to narrow it down a lot more than that.
Are we talking like Edge Runners? Full Metal Alchemist? Trying to think of the characters in Full Metal Alchemist that had bangs. I don't believe so.
What color was the hair?
Trying to think of any that had bangs in Full Metal Alchemist. Come think of it.
Well, not that that would narrow it down.
Rose Thomas. Okay, I'm going to have to pull that up.
Lock that layer.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that chick.
wow. That's a
The
deep
one
cut.
they gave way too much like stuff in the OG one. It's like, don't you love this fucking town NPC? No.
She kind of was a death.
That's what it was, and then like they tried to make her more of a thing. I'm so glad Brotherhood actually had a decent fucking plot, if not paced great. Like shit made sense.
But you don't like the side quest character?
No! Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with her.
She does seem like the kind of person that you would see in an RPG with an
Yeah,
exclamation
she's in the
over her
first
head.
fucking town!
See, if you want fun, like, hair coloring stuff, look at Edge Runners. That's Cyberpunk. And they did some things with some of those character designs.
I actually got Cyberpunk when it was on sale. I played it for a bit and then asked, like, for a return. Because, even though I love the anime, and I do actually love, like, the cyberpunk aesthetic, I totally forgot that this is, like, a Grand Theft Auto, like, crime sim type game, and it was really boring. So I was like, I'm gonna return this. I only played it for, like, less than an hour, and I was like, this is basically Grand Theft Auto, and I couldn't sit through the Grand Theft Auto either. I'm sorry, crime and mafia shit to me is really boring.
Sure.
So it was like Kingdom, like Game of Thrones type shit. All that betrayal and I gotta kill this guy and a guy like, it's so boring. I hate it.
It's like me with high fantasy.
Yeah, I just don't like it. It's boring. Hey, you gotta get up your shit.
It's not GTA, but it's also not GTA. Yeah, that's a pretty good description.
It's like, hey, you gotta like front yourself against this guy because, you know, he's part of this opposite gang and you need to go fight this gang because they did this to us. And then it's like, shut up! I don't care. Hey, this guy's extorting me. I don't care.
Okay, I'll give you these new murder arms if you go do this.
I don't care.
You want this gun that'll tell you how good it is at killing things and then be really bitchy about you killing things?
I don't care. It's sad because I really do like the cyberpunk aesthetic. Yeah, I like the potential for humanity and looking at that, but I'm not getting like questions about humanity when I'm fucking like just killing guys for rep. I don't care.
Soccer punting somebody in the next week.
I don't care. I want to look at what makes us human and what doesn't, and where do we draw that line, and like how do we, you know, live our lives as like these not human things. How does it affect our morality? How does it affect our humanity? Then it's like, go kill this gang. No. I don't care. I don't care. Leave me alone. I don't care.
Yeah, Mantis blades are peak cyber bullshit. Those are the ones where you have the little like stabby blade come out of the arm and somehow it can like cleave a car in half. Like, man, fuck off with that. Grand Theft Horse.
Oops. Maker bulb.
Wig snatched.
Yeah, I would definitely I don't have Deus Ex, maybe I'll get it someday. I would definitely prefer Deus Ex to Cyberpunk. That, like, there you go. That's the two sides. If there's two sides of Cyberpunk in general, just as a genre, I'm on the Deus Ex side. Even if it is kind of cringe.
Alright, now play System Shock. No.
I like, you know. Yeah. I'd be more on my side. I just don't care about the going around doing crime simulator. I find it boring. I got Yakuza and I ignored all the Yakuza stuff, like the actual stuff to do Yakuza things, and just dicked around, got bored, and returned it.
Like, Yakuza's only fun once you start getting the little mini cars to race.
I do have this one super cyberpunk game, future cyberpunk game, that's about being a taxi driver I need to play. I think it's called Cloud 7.
Mm-hmm.
I got that a bit ago and I need to play it sometime.
Now, of course, they decided to use AR. Half of these companies are just like, hey, what if we just completely throw out anything that we got, you know, credibility-wise, and just fuck ourselves up for no reason?
I forget what it was called.
Neo? Cooker asked if it was NeoCab.
No. But it's in my library.
She likes to find a lot of...
Cloudpunk!
Cloudpunk, okay.
Yeah.
She likes to find
It's
a lot
about being
of
a taxi driver. When cars can fly and shit.
Cars can shit?
Yeah.
That's concerning.
Man, everyone got its shit.
Do cars in the car universe poop?
I hate you.
We know they have Car Jesus because they have Car Pope.
I know, right? That's the first thing I thought when I saw that, which means he was probably crucified on one of those, like, car holder things that's, like, in a kind of cross shape.
the tow truck rack.
Yeah! Wouldn't that be what Car Jesus was crucified on?
terrible.
How'd they kill them? How do you kill cars in there? Do you have to crush them? Could one car kill another car?
I think if their equipment breaks down, will they die? Like,
I'm not sure. Did they stab Car Jesus? Did they block Car Jesus tires on the tow rack?
what model was Car Jesus? An El Camino, because he liked to walk everywhere.
Okay, the grandma in Cars, like the old lady, was a Model T. Which means, like, how far back? Would he just be a wagon?
He'd be a carriage.
Yeah! Would he just be like a wooden wagon? Because that implies that the further back you go, the older the cars are. Because if she's a Model T, that's like around the very first car. Where do you draw the line?
We have, like, the toys, and there are, like, car dinosaurs. Where it's, like, Brontosaurus.
Oh, I fucking hate that noise.
And it has like stone square.
Oh, I hate that. I hate it so much. What? It just goes to the Flintstones?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate that.
There's like a Flintstones version of Lightning McQueen, and it has a huge forehead.
Also, it's just an AU.
Like, it's fucking.
That's so horrible. I love it.
He had a Civic, of course. Look, every teenage boy gets a Civic, I swear.
You could put two cars in front of me and tell me they're different brands and models, and I could not tell the difference.
It's meaningless. The only thing that you'll know about a Civic is that it has fart cans. Those are the ones that always make all the fucking racket. It's a Civic. Because it's owned by teenage boys, and the first thing they do is put shitty rims, a fart can, and drop it to the ground. Every time.
I don't care.
They're the obnoxious ones.
I'm gonna put this along with the crime games. I don't care.
Oh, they have to be the same color. They're pink, and she gets spiky rims on them if she can.
Yes.
She had a...
Oh, they could be the same. They could be different colors in the same model. I'd probably think they were different cars.
She was playing that one game where she had a pink Mini Cooper that she put spike rims on.
Oh yeah, see, out of all the crime games, I do actually like Saints Row.
Yeah, that was Saints Row.
Saints Row is fun. Because it's stupid.
It is. Although apparently the newest one, like,
Yeah, it sucked.
fucking double back on itself for no real
Yeah,
reason.
because they jumped the shark. You can't go off after you've jumped the shark. Period. Like that, you can't go on past that. They've hit the end of the world. Like they literally destroyed the planet.
Pretty funny though.
But just stop. Guess what? You fucked yourself. I would always make a little like Mini Cooper and make it pink, like with sparkly paint and little black highlights.
Did they get co-op working? Oof. I mean, like, as much as I like No Man's Sky now, I do understand that No Man's Sky was ass for a long time. And it's fair to not want to give it that go, you know. Like, it's fair to be like, yeah, it got there now, but I don't want to risk it for a game, given how many of them have consistently come out terribly. Like, you know, Redfall. No one's gonna really want to give Redfall the benefit of the doubt. Because there's nothing there to warrant that trust.
Ah, right. Hey, Coco's gonna be in this one. Or Core, I guess. I gotta remember what their other characters look like.
I mean, it also omitted crucial details about, like, the fundamentals missing on most of the game.
Yeah.
You'll be able to go and see all these worlds and meet your friends, my ass.
I didn't even care about what's coming out. It looked kind of boring to me, honestly. I like the colors.
Yeah.
Art design, nice.
And like, it's fine now. It's, you know, it's an interesting game. They're doing neat stuff with it. Like, cool, fair enough. But if I'd never given it a try because of how it looked, I wouldn't have missed anything.
I need Coco and Discal.
Ross is what I'm gonna turn into be. Yeah.
You know what game is fun? Animal Crossing. I like the boring games.
God, and the thing with like the processors and graphics cards is just so fucking ridiculous. It's like, bruh. At this point, you're coming up to having 3 possibilities. Normally, you just have 2. You have AMD and Nvidia.
Remember when I just came all over Kokoro's face?
Concerned.
You okay, sweetie?
No, I was dying a little bit when you said that.
You okay there?
No, I'm dead.
You okay?
I'm dead.
You okay?
What was with the cat cowboy?
That was...
Oh,
No, it was just an angry face.
it blinked so fast I thought it was a cat with a cowboy hat.
I do follow a blog where they just put cats with cowboy hats. I love it when people put old phone noises and internet noises into songs.
Stretch your hand.
No, you gave me consent by fucking being a patron. Once you are all my minions, so I can do whatever the fuck I want with you, so. See, he had to marry into it. Y'all pay for the privilege. That's y'all's problem. Oh yeah, I hate that when I'm driving.
But what if we put a noise that will make everybody listening super concerned immediately?
There's a Miku song called Rotten Heresy and Chocolate where the like beep noise that you use to like bleep out information because it's about rumors spreading and stuff like that, they use it to do like the solo. And actually it kind of fucking bangs.
Oh man, these screams from down the hall sure are banging in this horror game.
Yeah.
Theme music to Silent Hill. Man, the unending torment of losing my wife sure slaps. Meanwhile, in Splatoon, sweet, it's the Beep Boop song.
Should they still have sunglasses? Kokoro's eye patch should be on the sunglasses.
You should have the sunglasses. Like you have the eye patch.
Yeah, no, it should be on the sunglass.
The one.
Oh, sure. Usually I have more ambient, but now I got the inna music.
Oh.
Execution.
Execution.
Background inna music.
I can be your god and you can be my proof of existence.
I'm gonna put sunglasses on and I'm gonna put the eye patch on the sunglasses.
Just like with the strap
Like
going across.
yeah, it's over the sunglass lens. Like you just pop it on your sunglasses. I still miss, fucking Shin Kokoro.
Shin Kokoro?
Yes. He's actually got just a big old chin under there.
Oh yes, Chad Chin.
Chad chin. No! This is funnier.
One of these days.
I'm gonna have to make like an artist choice on this. It's gonna go over.
One of these days, you should do the Fry from Futurama, like doing the squint at something, and have the.
Should they have the hats?
I mean, the hats are pretty nice, but like have like doing the Futurama, like the squint like that, but have like Kokoro lifting up his eye patch to squint.
I mean, if you want to. I think they look nice with the hats.
Yeah, I think it makes, like, that's part of the outfit. The Futurama squint. Oh no! In my hubris, I didn't cure my bonitis.
Bleh. Bleh. Because I want to do it in, like, this black cutout look that it has, because I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just whenever you shave your chin, you have a Chad face. That's how shaving works.
Yeah. It's Lunar's request to have the,
Okay. Boo. It's funny though.
It is funny though. But yes, hat. So yes, you have made the correct decision on that. Like I said, I think the hat, like, really is a integral part of the outfit.
I'm gonna still have hers off the shoulders.
Yeah, like, for some people, shaving looks right, and for other people, you look like a baby. Like, I will not shave. Not that I could really do it anyways, because, like, I freaking Wolverine my facial hair back the moment you look away from it.
That's true, he grows his hair very fast.
But, like, yeah, I do not look good clean shaven. Ah, yes, there's only two there's only two experiences with shaving. Ah, yes, this is as it should be. Or, oh fuck, now I can't drive.
You can tell, because the brown part of his mouth is actually white. That's all facial hair.
It's just chin.
It's just facial hair.
No, I'm not gonna be able to drive.
I look pretty young. It's because I have a very round face.
And you smile. Yes. Pretty. I find pretty every day I wake up. Oh yes, big ferocious with tiny cute sound effects.
I can't help it.
You are tiny and cute, it's true. Kokoro, aren't you in Europe? Don't you get not carded for anything anyways?
I think you can drink at like 16 as long as you have parents there and it's not like hard liquor.
Yeah. I think it's 14.
Yeah, something like that.
To be fair, we're in America, so you can get a gun at 14, but whatever.
Oh, you can get younger than that if you're in the right place.
Yeah, not touching that one. Oh yeah, 14 for beer and wine. There you go.
What's the difference between a distilled and not distilled spirit?
Alcohol content.
Oh.
Beer is generally 7 to 10%, and then anything above, you start getting into like hard ciders and stuff, which is like 10 to 15, and then you get into distilled spirits, which are anywhere higher than that.
I don't like drinking. It makes me feel like I have a cold.
You don't like the warm and fuzzies.
No, it feels sick. Feels like I got a cold. If my nose feels stuffy, I don't like it. Just not a fan. Plus, it tastes gross. I don't like not being in control of my faculties either. It gives me anxiety. I don't even like to be heavily medicated. I feel very vulnerable.
Yeah, see, in my case, I have that kind of eldritch face where no one can really tell what my age is, so everyone assumes I'm either both young and old at the same time. So all the old people think I'm their age, and all the young people think I'm their age.
Just because you're so nice, everybody loves you.
Everyone's just like, I mean, you're like, what? And then, like, static sounds come out when they guess my age.
How'd you do that with your mouth?
Like, you play a Sega? Where'd you find one? It's the first console I got when I was young.
Mine was a PlayStation, though I did have a Game Boy Color.
I had a Game Boy original. Still have a Game Boy. Oh, no, I don't have it anymore. That's right. I only have the Game Boy Color nowadays.
Sorry, sweetie. I didn't make you get rid of nothing.
No, it was so old the glue gave out that held the plastic cover on the screen.
Oh.
Ah! Hello, new follower.
Yay!
The Cosmic Melle-d Collective.
Wait.
That's interesting.
Wait,
Do you
my
have
name
a collective?
is Melle-d.
Are you a hive mind of
Am
melodies?
I going to be abducted?
You're a symphony of melodies.
No! I knew it.
You're a hive mind now. Call that a symphony. It's because it's a group of melodies. I love you.
He says,
Don't throw me out of the
as I plot his murder. Well, I don't come without my hubba. Because I have social anxiety.
Oh yeah, see, Kokoro, that's I have Texan on one side of the family and Canadian on the other. So alcohol for me is more of a suggestion and a laugh, cause I ain't getting drunk unless everybody else is on the floor. So it's just not worth the money. So I
He likes to mix the drinks though.
I'll mix a little fancy drink, have myself a little sippy.
And I'll drink the mixins.
Just slurps it right out of the air before it even gets into my drink. Wood.
My mixins now.
It's the strawberry drink.
Why are they fireworks? It's July 1st.
Yes, the first fireworks.
Hate fireworks.
A lot of my, like, drink bottles that I have are either...
Just bought them because they're cool bottles.
I got them because they were cool bottles, or something, like, objectively weird, like, flavor-wise, or... Because I have a really good, like... What is it? It's, like, tamarind and habanero. So it's, like, a weird, fruity niceness. Not, like, super sweet, but, like, very fruity. And also, like, congrats, you're gonna start burning calories the moment you open this bottle. My very first thing that I got was a original Game Boy, and then I also later had a Sega Genesis.
I got a PlayStation because we played it at my daycare. And I just played the demo disc over and over and over again. Spyro was my first game.
Hey, Spyro.
I like Spyro. Oh, when the remake came out, I was like, ah! I was very excited.
She was. It's fucking cool. Though, despite having a Sega Genesis, I never did have the Sega Vacuum Tower. With all the
Yeah, that thing really did have like a life support system going on. Damn.
Oh man, I loved that you could just keep clacking new shit into it. Just like, fuck it, we fall. Make this Jenga tower of a console. I mean, even just the idea of plugging shit into Sonic and Knuckles to make new versions of things was fucking cool.
That is wild. No one ever really did that again.
Yeah, because it's fucking batshit bonkers. Look, it's really hard to put more game in this game, so we're gonna use a second game to fundamentally alter the first game. And then sell it to you.
I gotta get a PS2 emulator going because I want to play a bunch of my old games. And all the Silent Hill ones. Oh, why you buzzing? You got bitches?
No, you got bitches. It was in the request channels. I always check what the buzz is, in case the buzz is important.
It's me.
The buzz is important for a later date. Game Genie, yeah. Back in the good old Game Shark Game Genie era where it was just a thing that you had to plug other things into to put the codes in. Oh man. I always liked the way it worked with the Nintendo, where you put the thing in and then you put the cartridge into it, so you just had this big old thing flopping around the front of the system.
Yeah.
Oh man, Mech Warrior back in the days. I had Mech Warrior 2, and then I had what was it? The one with the Ghost Bears. I had that one. And then I had my favorite, which was Mech Warrior 3, because I really loved having like the mercenaries and trying to like salvage the stuff that you fuck up, and like, you know, maybe you get this cool mech, but it's kind of ratty because you don't have the parts to fix it up yet. Like, that was so much fun. I had this stupid Orion that was a really solid workhorse, but by God did the hip joint break constantly, so I had this fucking hop along of a battle mech all the time.
I play Pokemon.
I was a PC gamer.
I'm a PC gamer now.
Yeah.
Honestly, consoles are kind of dumb now. The only reason I wouldn't be a PC gamer is if I just had no idea what I was fucking doing.
I mean, like, the consoles have fucking proper PC hardware in them at this point. There's no differentiation.
I want all my stupid indie games.
The only difference between a console and a PC is a console's a PC running poorly. Yeah. I mean, like, it was really cool that you had that. The clan tech was all, like, the tech that was lost, all the sci-fi bullshit where you could just like slot the weapons in anywhere, and much better engines, and like a whole new type of armor and shit like that. Like, that was cool. When you started stealing clanner stuff, it was like, damn, I feel fucking baller compared to my Inner Sphere horse shit.
Oh, I'm balling.
Oh man, it was so good. You get a fucking ERPPC and slap that thing in, and you just feel like God himself walking into the battlefield. Ah, those little bastard pumas. Nothing but it was like a pair of legs with an ERPPC and a flamethrower. So they would just hit you with a plasma ball at like half a football field away, and then just run up in your grill and flamethrower you until you turn off. It was fucking annoying. They couldn't even really hurt you, but man, it would just make you shut down. And then you just sit there like a dumbass overheating.
I'm just into like weird indie games, so I rather have a PC anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes more sense for me with the weird crap I play.
Oh. Pixel has no kitty photos to send you.
Kitty.
She is always excited for new kitty photos. Yes, she generally opens the phone and makes those noises.
The kitties need to know I love them back.
Uh-huh.
I'm allergic, they need to know I love them.
Hey. Ah, yes, the ER Gauze rifle, for when you need someone in the next state to know that you hate them. Specifically, them in particular. Fuck them.
Fuck them. I only know the Gauze rifle from Fallout.
Basically the same thing.
I'm not a weapons person.
You got something the size of a building stomping around, and you decide to fire a baseball through half a state. It won't do much damage, but fuck everything in a straight line. You know, there's always that meme. It's like, you know, You have a bullet with your name on it, and then it's like you have a hand grenade to whom it may concern.
I had a a sniper rifle that I nicknamed in Fallout 4 Long Distance Relationship. Because I liked it.
It was a good joke. It was a great name for it. I was really proud of it. Also, pets. Give me pets. Yeah. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Oh, that's the good stuff. Thank you.
Look at these losers.
Near, far, wherever you are. Blat.
Also, reach out and touch somebody.
Reach out and touch, but do.
This should be all caps. It's a font that's similar to this. That'll work.
Yeah, Beastie, that looks pretty legible. I think the all's good. Later splat book? What's a splat book?
Facebook?
I don't know. Adding this Gauss rifle began at a Shadowrun 4. Must be a Shadowrun thing. Oh no, the ear on one of my little puppers is starting to come up. No.
Honey, it's just a sticker. I have more stickers.
Hey, Paladin, we're on a mission from God.
Haha. I just got the joke. Whoops.
Additional rules. Oh, so you just call it a splat book because you just throw it down? Just splat. Throw it down. New rules, splat.
There we go. And
Every
put
week we
text
change
on.
the rules. Pray we do not change it further.
Alright, let's arrange everybody. That should be 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Woo! What? There they are. Woo! Yep. Everything totally the same size.
Arranged. This is how it goes, bros.
That's how it always goes.
It's funny though.
Stop with the fireworks, it's the 1st! Wait, what day is the 4th on? Maybe they're just celebrating this weekend. Because the 4th is a Tuesday. Hey, you don't gotta work on the 4th, congrats!
Yeah.
Isn't it still a federal holiday though?
I don't know if it's a federal holiday. I do know.
Is July 4th a federal holiday?
I don't know. It's probably.
You'd think it would be.
I imagine it is.
For non-Americans, that's Independence Day.
Ah, BC says yes.
I don't know, I don't work federally.
It's the American excuse to blow shit up day.
Yeah, that's a good explanation.
Give every animal on half an area an anxiety attack day.
That's so.
Are you gonna draw Kokoro in the nun outfit from Goddish?
I mean, if they want to be drawn in a nun outfit, I am all up for that. That's up to them. That's not my choice.
Independence from Britain, the most common national day in the world.
Legit, yeah.
Oof, yeah. We used to be a world power. That's fine.
That's nice, Grandma.
Now get in the summary.
Now get in the summary.
I've really been loving seeing that meme a lot recently. That's nice. Now get in the summary.
That's how it be, though. There's two types of couples. This one and then there's this one. Me and him are this one.
Yeah. I did like you, wife. Hey, that's terrible play. I like that. Sunk cost fence. Apparently, there has been a meme of using sound clips from Five Nights at Freddy's, and people were starting to think it was actual sounds.
Bro,
The sinking
people
of
got like fucking like someone did like a deep fake AI thing of like Baphomet statues in Hobby Lobby and people believed it. Like, people are stupid. Alright, that's the last one for tonight. We will be back tomorrow with 6 more, so I hope to see all y'all at the same time. 6 p.m. Eastern. America.
America
Fuck yeah.
Standard Time.
America, fuck yeah time.
Good night, everybody. Thank you all for coming.
America, fuck yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, that's saved. I'm gonna take a butt break.
Woo.
BC always wants to talk about it.